Welcome in and welcome back. After so long, it's been weeks and weeks
and private events, bro.
Private events, that's not as good as what we have here today, which is going to be Friday Frags. We haven't been here in so long, Nick. I cannot believe it's been almost a month, basically, with no Fortnite, no frags, so many updates to be had in this game right now. But we are here, we are back. We're gonna get ready for 5 rounds of insane action-packed builds. Fortnite action, and we have so many people here today coming back, trying to get their hand into the piggy bank. But first and foremost, how are you doing tonight, Nick?
I'm doing great, Sabrina, if you're watching. I'm doing just fine, you know. I'm doing absolutely as best as you could do on a Friday night here on the Las Vegas Strip.
That's true. You know what? You got the hair looking voluminous for
That's
all
what the
Sabrinas.
shampoo bottle said.
You know what? You got the special deluxe shampoo going on right now because we
all
got
for Sabrina.
All for Sabrina here tonight, and we got some Sabrina Carpenter skins. You know what?
Yep.
I was saying, if I don't see one Adventure Time skin that just came out, I'm gonna be a little bit tilted. I'm not gonna lie, and we don't even have tilted towers in the game right now.
Oh, Adventure Time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to a very distant land. You know what I'm saying? Pidgey the dog and Nick the human. I'm excited, man. A lot of, we're talking about skins. They're talking about gameplay down there.
That is true.
These players here today are no slouches. They are ready to get this thing going, and I know I am as well.
I am super excited to see who's going to be able to win tonight because it's been a month. Everyone's going to be a little bit rusty being under the lights here at the HyperX Arena, but we do have the format and how this tournament works. It's actually pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Get eliminations, win the game. Just kidding. But here are the format rules. We have
that would be the Pidgey format.
We have all the players here in the arena today. Will be competing in the same lobby of 5 games. In these 5 rounds, you are going to get points based on placements and eliminations.
Yep.
We always say it week after week after week. You better know now that you have to get eliminations if you are going to get in the money.
Listen, pacifists, we need to talk. It's possible, but
playing the wrong game there.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley, we got it on the computers too.
Listen.
I'm just saying, if you don't want to grab the eliminations.
Yeah, if you want to grab a drink at the bar, maybe. But players' total cumulative score will go to after that 5 games. We'll put all the points together, and then we'll see who wins the money. Speaking of money, first place is $250. Second place is $150. Third place is $110, and fourth place is $90. Fifth place is a Mario Kart game. Sixth place is $70. 7th to 8th, 65.
I was like,
9th to
you
10th,
weren't
60.
at 9th and 10th place yet.
Yeah.
I was looking for the price. You're like, a Mario Kart?
No,
no. You didn't have to remind me, Nick.
Hey, listen, Mario Kart tomorrow. If you guys are having fun and you're on the strip and you want to check out some Mario Kart action, come hang out with Pidgey and Logan tomorrow. And get practiced up because Switch 2 is coming soon.
Oh, you already know. Once that pre-order lands, I am grabbing one of those bad boys. I'm super excited for it. But I'm even more excited to be back for Fortnite.
Me too, man.
Just because it's been so long for all of our tournaments, right? We've had so many private events. We had Sneaks recently, which was actually really a lot of fun. If you weren't there for it, we have the whole recap on YouTube if you want to look it up. It was actually a really, really fun event. You had that street basketball going on. I am a huge
You guys
fan
brought
of
back and won. I was scared to get crossed up. I didn't want to pull up and get hot sauce.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I did not want to either. But no, truly, we've had a lot of great private events, but we're finally back, getting back into the groove of things and trying to get these competitors back on that stage and getting them back into winning that $250 that they're all aiming for right now.
Fortnite is the oasis, man.
It is.
I think you heard Ninja say it. Has so many things you can do in it. One of the most amazing things I love about it is seeing these players here just get their practice on.
Oh, yeah.
You have certain things. We like to do builds here. Build duos honestly pops off, but
it's amazing.
When we do solos here, it's just fun to see the kids practice, but there is tons of things you can do just within Fortnite itself. So
it is. I mean, it's becoming an all-in-one. They're going the Roblox route, where they want to be this all-in-one game where you can do whatever you want. And I even think that there's going to be even more coming up with Fortnite doing what they do best. But what we have right now are all these beautiful, wonderful competitors in the house right now.
Don't forget about mom and dad. Mom and dad, it looks like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, players right here, but mom and dad are waiting in the wings in case things get a little froggy. Might have to turn this into a duos.
They are the true MVP. Every single week we have these tournaments. It wouldn't be a tournament without everyone being here and the parents bringing them down here. We appreciate y'all really from the bottom of our hearts because, you know, traffic, the Vegas cone, the Vegas
traffic
flower.
is the hardest matchmaking in the world if you think about it.
It is so difficult to deal with all of that construction going on. So a huge shout out already, and we're going to keep shouting you guys out for bringing everyone down here and really coming out and showing up to see all the support and love for this event. Because like you said, it's amazing. It's some of the highest talented players in Las Vegas. And even we have Fortnite players from all over the world that come and join us and play in this tournament. And they do it for their like careers. And
we got Basketball Kid.
That's true.
And his dad on
That's
stage.
what I'm talking about. They're back. They're there. I didn't see them.
Basketball Kid number 2, number 3, and Basketball Kid's dad number 4.
That is amazing. Always great to have them back. They're the father-son duo that we're always rooting for. But it's looking like, and hearing like, we got the battle bus getting queued up and ready to go. We are back after a month. We are playing some Fortnite. I'm excited to see this beautiful map, and we got some nice little establishing shots. You know?
B-roll is B-roll, but I'm chilling. This is some lo-fi.
Oh, yeah. Oh. No, I'm super
Where's the
excited.
bus? I'm scared.
I'm scared too. It's
Put me
gonna
on
be
the
like
bus.
jump
There we
scare.
go. Bus is halfway dropped.
All right, my favorite spot so far is Crime City. The Bolts are going to be the #1 thing.
I agree.
I think a lot of these competitors are going to be going for, especially if you're able to get to the wolf spot, that wolf icon on the map, because their medallion is absolutely, it's not broken, but it's so good, especially combined with the baseball bat. But we already have one elimination.
One already goes down.
Root beer, no, root beer. Gonna be able to grab that first elimination of the day, serving it up Gary's way. Going over to Swayze.
I'm
He's
not
looking
too
a little
sure,
swaying.
Pidgey, but I think there might be Valhalla in the mix as well here.
Oh.
So maybe not though, because 37. We'll see.
We're talking about Sabrina.
Hey, think about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. Need my shield pod every way. Oh, 100 shield, 100 health.
And this is actually.
Hit
There we
that.
go!
Hit that for
that's
Miku.
Oh, I thought they were going
Oh,
for the
Pancake already downs Broski. Gets him out of here, sends him back to the lobby.
Great work so far. I mean, honestly, 2 eliminations right out of the gate before the first storm even hidden. But the very first thing you got to do when you're playing builds, you got to get those mats. You got to be able to be ready for whatever's about to happen. And Tan Man,
have you ever tried this one? Oh, takes down Pancakes.
That is
unfortunate. Met Pancakes coming in, had a hard time signing in. Gonna have to go back to the lobby.
And
Crazy
already getting that
tournament.
Already getting that Midas minigun is what we're talking about here today. Those vaults and those little secret quote unquote areas where you're going to be able to grab these very strong weapons. I mean, even talking about, you know, potentially the pump and dump going to be seen today, because I think that gun combination is so good. But I'm not the professional here, so we'll see what these competitors are going to end up picking and what they're choosing. We got the AUG already in the equipment for Leviathan here, another Valhalla Esports player. Great to see them back.
That's right. Yeah, we do have Valhalla in the mix here, and not feeling the Sabrina Carpenter, going a little bit more moody here.
Oh, Billie Eilish. Yeah. That's actually crazy. It's going to be like Pop Star
It's
Royale.
only Pop Stars. It might as well be called Pop Star Royale. I like that a lot better.
Riv Doggy going to try and grab some mats from these rocks, trying to just observe their surroundings, trying to map out where they want to go next. But we know Riv Doggy, week after week, always brings it.
This is an insane amount of healing here, if you ask me. You have health, double, 2 grenades, you got a little bit of Chug Jug action. I think that player is definitely ready for a battle.
Oh, talking about battle.
Oh,
we got Becky Noah already going to be able to put out the first
Basketball
shot.
Kid straight into the building.
They've had a month to practice.
He's the Taj Mahal. Basketball Kid onto the next. Since the the shots down with the shotgun. Basketball Kid trying to get this edit right.
Becky Noah going to now be able to pop the shield, get themselves back up to full health, but they're going to be able to drop down. Got that Sentinel shotgun.
Yeah.
Basketball Kid ain't going to be able to break any ankles here today. Becky Noah grabbing that first elimination of the day for themselves.
Yeah, Becky Noah doing the right thing there. Builds up, but had a hard time getting that edit there from Basketball Kid, and Becky Noah's just going to clean up. Job for him. Now it's up to Basketball Kid's dad here.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Bring it home for the team.
Trying to bring out that Princess Padme skin going on right now. But the thing of this whole entire tournament is just trying to figure out
there he is.
Where you want to go next, what you want to plan next, because we've already seen many competitors going for those vaults, and then you get the big deal coins, which can get you medallions, it can get you mythic items, and they're dancing. They got it, but they don't got the skin.
That's Basketball Kid's dad. You know, he must be an OG. He's rocking the skelly. I feel
That's true. That's true. You got to always show and flex the OG-ness whenever you got those skins.
Agreed.
What we're going to be now seeing, one of the arena accounts popping that big shield, going to be able to bring themselves back up after getting hit just a tiny bit. But once again, going to have that Sentinel assault rifle, trying to find where they want to go next. That assault rifle is just so good. It's a laser, man. It is so...
Might have got a little bit of luck there. Fortnite account number 68, number 65 going to run away from that fight, though. 50 cal Hunter, seen him here before, doing work in a little bit of a mix with Noah.
Now going to get shot off the side. The build goes down. They're going to have to pop those small shields. Got the fish as well. But Becky Noah does not press the attack after hitting that first
He drops
shot.
the bottom of the build, though.
Oh!
Ooh, Becky Noah came to play. That's two absolute players dropped out of the lobby just from Becky Noah alone.
Becky Noah really bringing it today, being aggressive. I thought they were going to potentially lose that because we've seen it week after week after week where competitors
Just take too long to attack.
Exactly. They get that first shot off and then they wait. They let them heal up. They'll be at like 1 HP. They say, you know what? I want it to be an even match. I'm not wearing the Goku skin, but I've got that mentality, and that's what we're going to be doing
Looks like
next.
Quantai's going for the alpha. Stays in a bit of a battle with Baka. That's a battle you don't want to be in, but if anybody could try, it's the DTV, but Baka, just a king of the arena, just El Diablo, like we've never seen before here. Domination.
Here we go.
And now
going
he's going to
into
find
the next
himself
one.
in another build battle. He's going to throw up the wood logs. He's going to get to the top of the build using that bat.
And now you're seeing that splash also being utilized with the bat. It just gives you so much speed and so much of an advantage.
Does
but
take
that
a little
advantage
bit of a dinger, though.
Going to hurt a lot. Got the splashes to put themselves right back up. That extra speed is what they're trying to utilize to give themselves the advantage in this build battle. Trying to box themselves in, takes over a wall. And with that, the pickaxes swing faster, so you're able to take that wall even faster. And now, with the Midas Sentinel shotgun combo wombo.
Yeah, that's the
Baka.
Midas. That's the Midas touch from Baka there. Just laces those shots through very easily, makes that roof his, and ends the job. Zafu, another one of our top competitors here, gonna bust through and try to get into this build. It's always scary, though, especially when it's against Moon X, but sits and just eclipses Moon X there. Beautiful stuff from Zafu. Kazu gonna do a little bit of killing of his own off screen.
Zafu already having those legendaries, got that 400 slurp juice. Honestly, if they want to, they can keep on pressing the attack with what they have right now. Really, already 14 players down here today. Everyone has the energy. Everyone here is really playing on top of their game and really trying to find those eliminations.
Fonder, man.
That is true.
You really want to come in and show out, when, especially game one, and show what you've been learning throughout this season. And right now, we're seeing a lot of bats and a lot of Midas.
A lot of Midas. That minigun might be the solution if you're not trying to find what you need to succeed. Kazu tries to pop the small shield, doesn't get it off though. Baka gonna be able to get that high ground. Who is this? Anakin Skywalker got the Sentinel, trying to see if they're gonna jump down. They don't so far. Kazu trying to build themselves an outpost so that they can throw these splashes down. But so far, Baka pressing the attack, gonna be able to shred these walls with that minigun. It is just a devastator for these mats.
Kazu instantly has to go to the metal mats and just pray that he can get an angle here. Baka ripping roof after roof off the top. Might find a little angle here. Careening off the cliff just a little bit. Gonna try to get some height on him.
Oh, beautiful move off to
Yeah.
the side. Gets that high ground position now. If Baka tries to leave, Kazu is going to be there to
Look
see
at how
it.
much slower he is at getting through those mats with this assault rifle. Even though it's legendary, it's not going through the same way Baka did. So
Yeah, that 3-shot does damage the walls, but just not as much as the Midas touch
quick,
does.
yeah.
But Baka currently still trying to just shred through those
but
mats.
here comes the
Kazu-
storm. Has a little inch. Has to inch in. Doesn't really have the mats to do it. Well, maybe he does.
He's almost out of mats there. Only got 200. Both of them really running on
the
life
roof caves
support
in.
when it comes to their walls, but they're going to be able to trim it down, try to peek out. Almost grabs that shot, but Kazu throws down the floor. Avoids that shot just momentarily now. They're still into this build battle.
And
You can
nobody
see the
else on the
storm.
map can see this?
Yeah, no one's hearing this. If anyone shoots in the middle of the forest, does anyone hear it?
If Baka's doing his damnedest to get through to Kazu. TTV Kazu doing amazing job here week after week, and Baka the same, but right now they are in a bit of a stalemate. But the heals and the mats and all of this really are just going to amount to one kill at the end of the day, so it's just who is able to get it. Kazu
Baka
trying to fight for height, Baka shooting it down.
What I love about this, both competitors, they haven't faltered. They haven't gone away just yet, but we might see a little bit of a retreat. Kazu going to now lose so much health
And
there.
doesn't
But
really have
Baka
the
also, through the air, what just happened? I was looking at Baka's POV too, and takes down Kazu. Jump shot at the buzzer.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Eli.
one of the battles of the century when it comes to Friday Frags. They did not back down from one another. They wanted the elimination to take each other out.
Yeah, Eli also sitting on stage is going to get one as well. And now Sean trying to move in on the Valhallen Riv Doggy here. I love how it's the same players from Valhallen.
True. I love it. Sean, though, going to be able to put down some wooden walls. And now they're going to have to go over to that bricks. Everyone's mats are looking a little bit rough.
Yeah.
They're going to have to take some time, especially when it comes to like Baka and them. They are going to take the next 3 to 4 minutes.
He got that elimination, but didn't really get him any heals. It didn't really get him any mats. It really didn't do anything for him. So he's going to have to continue to find materials and boxes and chests throughout the rest of this game. Valhallen Riv Doggy still trying to keep a low profile, but there is a loud announcer giving off his position here.
That's the way to do it. They can hide, but they cannot unlisten to what they're hearing. Sean now going to be able to run away, get out of this fight, which they actually had the advantage. But like we said before, sometimes you might just think, hey, I want to live and go for those placement points, because those placement points, they're nice. But you're still going to have to at least grab 1 or 2 eliminations per game to really climb up yourself on that leaderboard.
Especially around 22, right? Like when you're halfway done with the lobby, you're thinking, maybe I do just play for position, but you're gonna want those reps of fighting people and getting used to being in these situations. So while a player that might have finished after some of these people that have already been established, it's still nice to get those fights in. You kind of get the cobwebs off for our first game here.
That's the way to do it in my books. This first round should really be a Rusty's sort of situation where you want to kind of dust off, and being in this new environment, you're not playing at home now. You're playing for money. You spent money to enter, and you're trying to put yourself into the leaderboards and into the rankings and try and find your way into the world today.
I can't wait to come to your chat when you're playing Fortnite and just say, "Are you pushing? Are you pushing, son? Are you pushing a fight?"
I'm always pushing.
I can tell.
I ain't never trying to run away from these fights.
Your commentary says press W, and I love it.
That's the only way to do it. What? You're supposed to press S and go back?
No S pressors.
No. We're trying to get eliminations. We're trying to get money today.
Sabrina said Expresso, not press SO.
That's true. That's true. You know, recently, actually, when I was down, if you didn't know, if you want to get a drink, by the way, $5 in limited refills or any sort of sodas. But when I was down there talking to some of the people that are competing today, they were like, hey, you know what? I just thought that competing here is actually a better idea than going outside, putting some down on blackjack.
Absolutely.
He was like, I'll rather play some Fortnite for the next 2 hours than actually lose some more money back out there.
I'm going to have to 100% agree. Unfortunately here, Baka is the house today.
That is true.
It seems like he wants to continue his reign. He does some crazy shotgun shots through the builds, and once again finds himself another elimination.
Yeah, you're going to have to beat the house today, and you know what they say, the house always wins, but hopefully someone will be able to take them down.
No, Dad!
One of the arena accounts takes down DPG, one of the regulars. Arena account 54 actually just lasering them. It was one after another, and they just did buff that triple shot AUG. So those shots are even more accurate than before. So that actually just blew them up.
I mean, you got to read the patch notes, Dad. Come on.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. You got to keep up. Like you're seeing here, got the Negan baseball bat. Okay, respect from me, one of my favorite Walking Dead characters, but you don't got the Negan skin on. What are you doing? Come on. Get your head in the game here.
Okay,
Baka's though.
Eli almost sneaks up on Baka. That's an insane shot through an edit though, and Eli's gonna have to second guess himself, and he doesn't even have time.
Tried to run into a wall, but unfortunately they did not claim that wall. Baka said, hey, where are you going? And they're gonna be able to grab 6 now into their first game of the day. If we see this being a consistent pattern, you're going to find yourself on a pattern of the losing side, because that's 6 eliminations. If we keep on looking around, I don't think anyone's even really remotely close to there yet.
I've seen 1 or 2 from a couple of people, but 6 off the rip, that's going to be hard to beat. And it just goes to show you why Baka is one of the best that we've had in a while. I mean, 7th at the Fortnite events here and there.
World Cup, yeah.
Yeah, World Cup. And I just think seeing him week after week, I mean, he lost one, and I had to honestly ask him, like, are you trying? Dinkus tries his best and is down to 1 health. Not going to get too much more from that. Leo donated 100, but then Leo donates his life to Meki Noah. And
Meki Noah, though, halfway there to what Baka has, but Meki Noah right now, every single time you see in a fight, he's there dropping in, being confident, making moves, and really showing up today. I'm really excited.
Those are money moves. Now we have 3 eliminations. First 3 eliminations here. Zafu gets the jump on him, but doesn't necessarily hit the shots. Great movement from Zafu, though. Gonna slide into this box, but
I spoke too soon!
The edits from Zafu just destroy Meki Noah, and honestly, you should get their eliminations if you eliminate them, but
that would be kind of broken.
Yeah, that's broken. Baka,
I feel bad.
Baka has 45 at the end. Yeah, Zafu, though, looks amazing going in to what is almost top 10 here.
Honestly, really great work. I was about to say, I was excited to see how Meki Noah was going to do in the top 5, and then guess what? Zafu just dropping right on him. Had the builds. They weren't ready for it. They were going up in that zip line, had an awkward angle.
Zafu is top 5. He proved it right there. This is an amazing skin if the entire map was yellow. If there was a banana tree that he could hide in, he'd be killing it. Keith Towers.
I love it.
Towering above the rest here.
You got to be matching. I always say that. With the skins, if you're not matching with the colors, what are you doing?
Here we go. A little Army Man action.
Especially, you got greens too. You know what? The green Army Man, green weapons.
Is that the word collage, or is that how you spell college? I didn't go to college.
That's clearly collage right there.
Okay. A mean collage.
And that's Rib Doggy getting eliminated by Baka, bringing him up to 7.
Yeah, a mean collage is what Baka is doing to his opponents right now. Just destroying the competition in the best way.
Putting in names onto the scoreboard and just collecting them one by one.
But names to the lobby.
We're seeing some of the other competitors, they might be getting close up to it. And you know what? It just takes one shot where you're going to be able to get them first. It's still possible to take down Baka. I know we rave about Baka all the time, understandably, but it's still to show that, hey, he's still able to get shut down time and time again.
Where I've seen him struggle is in that top 10 situation where sometimes he doesn't have high ground, he doesn't have the things he needs, but when you get that many eliminations, it seems. Zafu, with 5 eliminations, looks to be at least trying to put his name in the hat for points at least.
There we go. Sean is currently just waiting. They are, whoever moves first is going down first.
And this is the coolest, I think, 1v3 we've ever had. 1v1v1.
Oh,
he does chip him.
Oh, no. And
now he's going to push. You can see this is the difference, in my opinion, of amazing players and just good players. Once you get that hit, once you get a little tap onto him, being able to utilize your movement to get in to whether it be a box or whether it be just traverse the amount of distance you need, that is the difference for me.
That is. And really great thinking, though, using the Sprite, got the air, was able to escape safely, especially when you're in this situation where it's literally a 1v1v1. And one of those 1v1s is Baka, like you're seeing right now. You really want to get out of that situation, reposition yourself, and try and get to a better spot.
And Baka wasn't even worried. He was like, "Oh, there's more lunch here. Let me just eat the buffalo wings instead of the lobster."
You got to go for the appetizers first, and then you get into the main course. But we're going to see Juby has a lot of shields, which is actually great for themselves here. Baka going at the pops of splashes, looking low, looking tough. And now we'll see if there's going to be an entire turnaround, going to be able to have time to pop those small shields, working their way up, trying to get to that high ground. Pop that
Splash is so
well.
important here. You can see he even wants to put on 50, so the splashes do more. But he's still having to climb the ladder.
And that ladder is going to be a ladder full of health because they're putting themselves right back up. Sean had a great shot, great opportunity, but could not break down their builds in time. So both of them now, like I said, right back up to full health. That is just not where you want to be when you have such a huge advantage, especially with the #1 competitor in the lobby. If you get that shot, you know how much damage you put out on them. You know if you crack their shields. So go and try and grab that elimination.
I agree. Sometimes Baka just has a way of keeping that high ground and shooting out the roofs below. It seems that he's going to continue to do that here in the fight. And Sean just trying to play from the low ground. It's kind of hard over water as well, too. So look for him to sneak up and try to find, I mean, look at that edit right there, just X'd out. Can't do too much.
No, you cannot. But Baka's trying to do a lot. Seeing even another competitor flying across the sky says, "Hey, if this person's just hiding down here, I'm
if you're gonna continue to hide, bro, I'm gonna go get my lunch elsewhere."
But still, trying to break down these walls, trying to just wait for their opportunity. Almost! That could have been so huge for themselves, but unfortunately missed the shot. Baka's going to be safe for another second. Tries to build up these walls and trying to take them down and claim everything they can for the time being.
We're looking at two fights here, too. We're looking at Baka and we're looking at Mystic trying to break through. At least you always want to break through the trees. You get the extra mats, but also it helps you with, you know, shooting through the walls and all that. Down to top 7 in our game today, and Sean is just praying that Baka has a little ADHD fit and goes away.
Yeah, this is just them hiding away and just using as many mats as they can. But this is going to come and bite Sean in the butt at the end of this round because I mean, they're not going to have enough mats. They only got, look at what
Baka
they have.
As well. Baka could have probably got 5 kills by now, but he's staring straight down trying to get Sean. So.
I think he's trying to lure everyone in the lobby, being like, hey, look what's going on right here. There's a lot of shots. Don't worry. Don't be scared.
Players remaining look to be Juby Dooby-Doo, Quantize. Looks like Keith is still on the board. I think he's in a fight with Zafu here. Keith Towers goes down to Quantize, however, and now Zafu is going to be looking on as well. Sean still just turtling his way through the fight.
You know what? Turtles play it safe,
hey,
man.
Turtle got first. He beat that rabbit that one time.
That is true. You know what?
I seen it.
I got some turtles in my backyard. You know what? They
I
chilling.
heard about that.
They're actually pretty fast too. So you know what? We can't count out Sean just yet.
Hey, I'm not counting him out. Turtle power.
Turtle power, indeed. You know what? And they got those. Guess what? You got the Mortal Kombat mythics in the game. That Sub-Zero is going to be able to let you traverse the water a little bit easier.
And look at that. Traverses it beautifully. Gets to the top of the bridge.
I do think they're a little bit underpowered in my eyes, especially when you're trying to grab an elimination when everyone else has these Midas SMGs.
I mean, it's overpowered when the final circle is right here on the river, but
that's true.
Sean gets ripped up a little bit, and he's going to have to heal. Not too much healing left as well. Going to sit on 50-50, and now he wants to go in. No longer a turtle, a bit of a snapping turtle moment for Sean there.
Turning into the Komodo Dragon, trying to poison the competition.
He gets a great shot through the edit onto Baka, but it's not going to be enough.
You know what? Props to Sean, though, being able to just survive for as long as they did, especially against all odds when you're going against someone.
And then exploding on the person that's been after you for the last 2 minutes. You know?
And they grabbed some great shots onto Baka, but unfortunately, they just didn't feel like they had the confidence to go in and finish the job. But for the next round, really think about it and really give yourself a pat on the back and say, hey, next time, going to go in, I'm going to be able to confirm this elimination, not worry about a thing. But what they've done for everyone else, Baka, look at what they have. Look at their items. Look, they don't have a lot of sustain going into these final 2 circles for this event. We've got a top 5 situation going on right now, and you're seeing the match, you're seeing the village being built slowly but surely. Zafu trying to survive and also claim as many walls as they can.
Yeah, but the circle is moving north, Pidgey, so you know what that means. It means we're all gonna have to vacation a little bit farther from where this, we're like out the river just a little bit, I think.
I thought you said we're gonna meet Santa because we're going north.
I think, yeah, to the North Pole we go.
There we go. You know what? That's all I wanted to hear, Nick.
I'm just trying to see down there. It really looks like we'll still be at least on the bridge. So that's a plus, honestly, for the top player here.
And you're seeing the speed by Zafu, but it's not going to be enough to save them. They are going down. Juby going to be able to take down the one, the only Zafu. They're going to be here grabbing those slurps. Going to be able to have a little bit more speed on their side. Did not grab the huge chug jug. Quantai stuck into the storm. And Baka trying to sprint through, grabbing as many shields and heals as they can. They're going to be able to throw down one of those sprites and heal themselves back up.
What he was really trying to grab is bullets there, because this Mythic is going insane. It is ripping through every build possible.
Juby is stuck in the storm, but that's not going to stop him from taking down Miski.
1v1 situation, has to get the heals up. It is ripping through his build, and it's going to be a game.
Oh!
Baka calls game and wins in beautiful fashion here for our first game of Fortnite Frags here on a Friday night.
That is absolutely insane of an ending. When you saw that whole against all odds, some Halo Reach type endings against all the Covenant trying to survive, but then you have Baka at the high ground, and many things have changed in Fortnite since we've been here, but one thing that hasn't is Baka really still showing up and showing down and taking out so many competitors and showing why they make the money.
It was cool there too. You could see the heals start to dwindle, and literally Baka just calling game, throwing it off the glass, just waiting 1 second, and then game blouses.
It's actually insane too, because they were just really great work though, being able to just push in the storm, not freaking out, was totally in control, grabbed 3 eliminations before they went down. That's going to skyrocket them up the leaderboard, and while Baka was really just stagnant, waiting for everyone else to try and find their place. Baka was running away, trying to find heals, trying to find this, that, but those splashes coming in clutch, being able to secure that second place finish is still not bad at all. But right now, Baka grabbing the first victory royale of the night.
Yeah, I really want to highlight Zafu as well, because Zafu does an amazing job of getting eliminations throughout the game, and it just sometimes struggles in the top 5, top 10 situations. And I think that's the only thing setting him apart from Baka at the moment, is how comfortable he is in those situations, and what it really means to be that top Fortnite pro. Is really only a little bit of height away for him in my eyes. It
is. It's positioning, especially in those final circles where the circle is like this big, and then you're trying to maneuver and get around.
It all comes down to nerves. You know, it doesn't ever feel like we're watching Baka and he's struggling. Even if he does take a shotgun shot through and, you know, he quickly gets his heals going, he has what he needs. So
he knows what to prioritize. Like, at the end of the day, it's something to learn from, right? He would much rather, he got that elimination on Quantize, and he sprinted right into the storm to grab his heals, grab that sprite, and that might have been actually the game-changing difference, was because he only had 1 shield left. He was on life support when we saw him on that top 5 situation, but then he was able to grab that elimination on the Quantize, ran in, grabbed his heals, and then ran out and was able to just give themselves a little bit of time while everyone else was duking it out on the floor below.
I also want to highlight Sean, right?
Yes!
We gave him a kind of a hard time for what he did in the final moments of the game, but it's going to take a lot of brain power to try to confuse a player like Baka, and he had Baka looking straight down for like 3 minutes of that fight. So big shout out to Sean for playing.
And they landed so many great shots too. They had Baka
even
really
the final
on the ropes.
shot, even the final shot that he landed, if he was a little bit lower, could have ended Baka's run.
Absolutely, and that's what we're here to see, is those upsets and those opportunities. You know, I say
I'm
it
only here
week.
to see Basketball Kid win, but
that's true.
But go ahead, go on.
That's true. I'm here for DPG. We'll probably put some money down on that one.
Hey,
with rock, paper, scissors.
Taking a look at Baka right here, just El Diablo of the HyperX arena. Can't get a light on him just yet, but that's how he's Batman. Zafu, too, another one of our top players, as we see.
Looking away
week in
from
and
the
week
camera.
out,
Come
you know.
on. What are
Hey,
you
no,
doing?
he's showing out those Eureka ergonomic chairs. We'll be giving away 2 of those on 420, I believe. And the Omen Gaming PCs, got to give a shout out to them as well.
And then seeing the Wombo combo combination, the one, the only, the twos of the day.
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
Looking at son
What?
and dad.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
That's
here,
2
Nick?
a.m. Quantize right there. Just a killer on his own. Just shows up with the jersey and shows out.
I love it. I mean, Quantai is a great player. We've seen him week after week. Really shows up the showdown. And it's really great to see how these competitors really establish themselves. And going forward, the first round is just the first round.
Hold up.
Oh, cooking? What are they cooking?
A little swag to go with it.
A little bit of getting the hands warm. Maybe the stage is cold. Maybe their hands are icy, but they're trying to get locked in.
This guy was going to play off stage. Look at that face. You can't have that play. That face got to stay on stage.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's a superstar right there.
Absolutely. And that's the great thing about this arena, right? Everyone here able to get a chance to go on stage. If you want to be on stage, tomorrow, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, everyone gets to play on stage. It's so fun. You get your spotlight. You get your time. You're able to show up and really...
If you know how to moonwalk, now's the time to bring it out.
That's true.
Saturday.
Hey, that's the way to do it. Or if you know your favorite Fortnite dance, you already know Nick's favorite Fortnite dance. It's espresso. I'm just saying.
Every night. I'm kind of mixed between please, 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 and you know.
No, I was debating between those 2 emotes too. You know, I got the Sabrina Carpenter skin. But
Sabrina, we know you're watching. Listen, I think Pidgey's single. But once you're done with Pidgey, give me a call. You know.
Nah. Nick is the one. No.
You're both on the actors registry, so she probably already knows about you.
There you go. But nah, everyone here, we gotta also give you a huge shout out after that first round. Action-packed, really great Fortnite action. Every single person really has taken this month to establish themselves. Like we saw Basketball Kid getting better with their builds. We've seen so many great competitors here today really doing work and showing up and saying, hey, you know what? We've had a month to practice. I know this season. I know the guns I want. And we're going in and really showing up in a great fashion, because we're still seeing kind of the same meta going on. We got the Sentinel Shotgun. We got the AUG if you want to take down those walls, but that Midas Mythic is really where it's shining.
I mean, you're going to give the best player that we've seen in a long time the best gun. I think we're going to see and continue to see that same result happen. So if I was another player, I would try to get that out of his hands, but that's a hard enough job on its own.
Yeah, the vault's #1. If you haven't already, prioritize trying to get into a vault. You're able to get such great loot.
You gotta be the alpha, though. You gotta be the alpha.
That is true, especially if you're trying to go against those bosses. That man, no joke. And trying to get into those vaults, being able to grab those big deal pickles, I was going to say pickles, but dimes, you know, those gold coins, as well as being able to redeem those into the underground layers.
It's okay, you can say dill pickles on the broadcast.
Dill pickles, yeah, there you go. You know
He's
what,
that was my favorite character.
Oh, there you go.
Is that you were going to say that's your favorite pickle?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it is, actually. I've been on a pickle binge, so
okay.
I don't know if it's because of Fortnite. I don't know. They influence in my food taste. I don't know what's going on.
Pickle connoisseur. I had the chicken pickle yesterday from Popeyes.
Oh, what?
Yeah, try it. They got a pickled lemonade. Sorry.
What?
Didn't like it.
Oh, it wasn't good?
No, I didn't say that.
You just straight drink the pickle juice?
Yeah, I've done that.
Really? I've never done that yet.
That's the best way to get electrolytes, I heard.
No joke.
Better than Gatorade.
No.
Yeah.
What?
You sweat pickles. It's insane.
What is it? I feel like I'm having a stroke here. I feel like I just got eliminated and sent back to the lobby. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Nick is going on about with these pickle choices. I'm gonna have to check all of these out, actually.
Yeah, go for it.
But talking about pickles, this is the pickle season, about how they're vaulting and looting. Even if you're able to go on that train, great opportunity, grab some great loot, get yourself up to 100, and even potentially getting your splashes, because those splashes is something that every single competitor player had. It helps with your pickaxe speed, so that if you're trying to break down walls, claim walls, box someone else in, you're able to do that so much faster now.
So
and I think it's a great addition to the game.
What you're saying is it'll help you get out of a pickle.
That's true.
When you're in a pickle.
Ooh, okay, Nick. You got it. You've gotten like 5 good ones. You're
know,
like 5 good ones tonight. You're on 5.
Sometimes rust looks a little gold in the light.
Rusties. Yeah. Gotta get some.
Where's Mater when you need him?
They didn't put in those car skins yet. But what we did do is put in the scores for the first round. Pay attention to this main monitor, because we're going to be seeing... Oh, Valhalla and Esports controlling the lobby a little bit right now. Baka in first with 35 points. Juby!
I don't think we've seen Juby in the past at the Valhalla Esports, so maybe a new top player coming off site. Love to see that. Love to get some Valhalla and some money.
That's awesome. And then Zafu there in third place, 23 points. And then MK, is that Mizki? Would that be?
I was going to say Mystic, but...
Mystic? You know what? We'll figure it out. We got MK in fourth place with 22 points. Let's play it safe. Quantize in fifth with 21 points. Sean in sixth with 16. Keith Towers Gaming with seventh with 14 points.
A lot of Valhallans showing up today in the top 10, at least for game one here, and then seeing them as well, 15th, 16th, 17th. They look like to be our entire lobby here.
And then Meki Noah, someone we were talking about a lot, had those 3 eliminations, but unfortunately Zafu pulled up just to put them down.
Yeah.
But Meki Noah, another competitor I really want to see pop off again. They were playing extremely well.
Agreed.
And then Mean College also up there in 10th, and that's going to be the cutoff. Remember, only top 10 gets paid out.
Yeah.
Toxic Chunk going to be here
Look for Kazu as well to do big things in this tournament, sitting at 13th right now, been known to rise up the leaderboard pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, even, you know
and
what,
where
Leviathan,
is Basketball Kid? I see his dad at the bottom, but give me Basketball Kid.
The dad did live a little bit longer.
A
little bit. Got those 8 points, but you're seeing that 11-point cutoff. So it's just the first round.
Do
not worry.
We should add their points together. That would be... listen, he came from him, so if you think about it, he wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for that guy. Looking at him. Basketball Kid sitting
They're
with
gonna be
5
asking
points,
questions.
not very scared. Moon X, a player that is very, very good. If he can lock in, get up that leaderboard very quickly. Pancake as well. Pancake, very smart kid. Met him when he was coming in, had a little trouble getting in, but we got him in, and he is going to do big things in this tournament, I can already tell.
Yeah, and literally 11 points. All of these competitors, you still have a chance to get into the battle. It's 5 rounds for a reason, to allow everyone to have an opportunity. Get warmed up, get comfortable, and grab some food, grab some drinks, and really enjoy yourself here. That's
like
what we're
here
to do.
The bar is open, $5 refills on drinks, man.
Can't beat it.
Listen.
When McDonald's is $3.50 for a large drink now.
$3.50.
Well, no, that was actually $3.50 for. Oh wait, what was I thinking of? For a large fry. Actually, it's like $4 for a large fry now. Oh my God.
I know the McDoubles aren't $1, and that's been my whole problem my whole life.
Oh man, but you got to steal here. Unlimited refills on the drinks as well if you do want to grab one. And get some food. The food here phenomenal. We say it week after week after week. I am not joking when I say every single food item here is so dang
You want
good.
a burger? Get a burger.
It's good. Philly cheesesteak, Caesar salads is my regular go-to. Phenomenal.
Fire.
It's so good. It's just
Add
actually.
the chicken. Oh.
And you could go to places, you know, they got the little shops next door, you know, it's nice, you know, but the food is not going to compare to what you can get here. So if you want to, while you wait for the next round to start, wait, we're already starting, Nick, into the round 2.
That's how they do it. Cherry Blossoms and Lily Pads, we are in the battle bus. Thank your bus driver. Round 2 starts right now. Crime City looks to be a hot spot, but it looks like Outlaw Oasis and Canyon Crossing might just get some people pulling up.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, that was a lot of just the same people dropping at the same spot, but everyone trying to just find their first starting point. Because I say everything starts right when you drop, right? If you're able to, try and find a spot that gets you that 100 shields, that great weapon choice of your choosing. And I would always pick, I know I'm talking about it a lot, those vaults. It's so easy to get into. You're able to grab some thermite, throw it on the vault.
When you watch the top streamers, when you watch the top players, you see them going for those vaults early because it's a lot you got to do. You got to get past the alpha, you got to break the vault, you got to get in there. So the best thing you can do is kill a player that did it, in my opinion. But it's hard to kill those players because they have the best price.
Especially if you're able to get that elimination onto that boss where they're going to give you that medallion. It gives you more speed. It lets you sprint faster. It's such a good medallion. And then you combine it with the splashes, with the baseball bat. You're able to literally be like Sonic Speed, gotta go fast around this entire map. It's ridiculous.
With Knuckles damage as well. Is that
I think
Clicks?
It's actually... Hey!
Let's go, Clicks.
Haven't seen one of those skins yet, actually.
That is just, I mean, that looks like Slash King X.
That kind of looks like, if you don't know, one of the players,
Kiro. Kiro, yeah. I was
Kiro skin.
Yeah, that's a Kiro skin. Wow, that's crazy.
With the hoodie. But yeah, Slash King gonna be able to pop some shields. I always don't love dropping in these outskirts. I always think dropping on a named location is always
for the
better.
reasons we just said, right? There's players that are dropping at these boss locations, and you could catch them at a low damage point and not only eliminate them, but get their loot. So for me, landing at the outskirts is just a very no meta play, but you know what it is, boy.
Hey, that's what you're doing.
You know what it is, boy.
Isn't it?
Ooh, Hunter trying to take a look through. Leo donated 100, trying to continue into this box, but just gonna get boxed out for the moment. Has to reload, and he might not live too much longer. Hunter taking down Inferno Shark off the rip here.
The first elimination of the day goes over to Inferno Shark's way.
Well,
Great work.
The 39th.
Hey.
Into the first round.
Oh, that's true. You know what? That's
Sorry.
second round.
I'm not the numbers guy. I'll shut up.
Leo donated 100. He's going to be donating 100 shotgun bullets their way.
For
Grabs
real.
their first elimination of the day. Still no Adventure Time skins. I'm seeing. What are y'all doing today?
Telling
Come on.
you, we spent too much money on Sabrina. We'll get it next week.
You gotta put, you know what? I'm sorry, Sabrina, return ticket. Slash King, though, is going to be Slash has to RIP. No, not yet. They're gonna survive with 1 HP.
And the bullets were needed to be reloaded
What?
or something, but this is just quick thinking from our ESL account here. Just trying to put the shields back on quickly. Doesn't want to risk a sniper or any kind of crazy thing coming his way on the top of this hill.
What a lucky situation, too, for Slash King, because they were...
Oh, and look at that. The tapes have turned.
They were literally at 1 HP, but now we're going to be seeing this arena count. Arena count 68 going up against a high ground situation, which always doesn't end out well. They just have a better point of view. They have a better FOV. Their field of view is so much better than someone trying to look up somewhere. And we're going to be seeing them trying to build up these walls, but they're going to get shot right down.
I mean, you literally can't see him through that head peak in the grass in the top of that mountain. So does look like Sazin is going to go have a word with him. Mono e mono. Also adding another mono to the list, but Wild Edits is going to make it a little bit harder. Sazin wants to get that elimination too.
They try to sneak their way up, but it doesn't matter. Sabrina Carpenter.
Please, don't attack me.
Please.
Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Have you tried this one?
Oh, this is straight from the music video.
Yes,
She was
sir.
missing. But Sanzin's finally going to be able to land that shot, and they're going to be able to grab 2 for their start of this round.
And get a little taste there from Sazin, TTV, and we're loving it so far. Bright yellow dress. Couldn't ask for anything more here.
Yeah, and you're seeing already their loadout. They got that. They got the Sentinel shotgun. They've got that laser, and now Wavy is going to go down to Baka, being their first elimination of this game. Going to be able to just drop in, take them out. Unfortunately,
Baka
just didn't have the weapons dropping on these outskirts.
Baka waving goodbye to him. Leviathan getting one off screen as well. Those Valhallan kids, they came to play today. I've been giving them a rough road just because they're not here in the arena, but once I found out they were from California, I was just like happy to have them here.
Yeah, it's great to have them in this lobby. It makes it even more eventful. Broski!
Oh, good shots, but Eli sitting on stage, that's the reason we do it.
Gonna only have that Sentinel shotgun, actually. Only needed 2 shots to make it happen, but that's what happens when you don't have those full shields. If you're dropping in these outskirts, not these named locations, you're not gonna be able to just go into these fights and really survive a long time. But we got DPG on the screen, gonna be able to do some nice builds, keeping themselves protected, but unfortunately gets trimmed off the shoulder. Probably gonna fix those shoulder issues potentially, but with 1 HP and a dream, they're going down to Sean, who's gonna try and redeem themselves after last game. They got that assault rifle, they got that Sentinel, and they got the baseball bat, those splashes. They are set to go. They're looking for another victim.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta look a little bit ahead of the fight there. You could see DP trying to put the walls up, but if he was to lace a shot through that wall, a possibility of getting some damage might have been better. Leviathan now trying to do the exact thing I'm saying here as Moon breaks through wall after wall. Great edit, but Leviathan gonna place another edit in front of him. Edit after edit here, but beautiful stuff comes through for the bat. Just Barry Bonds through the build.
And MoonX trying to go up into the sky saying, hey, you know what? You're not going to be able to hit this curveball because I'm going to curve my way out of this fight.
Yeah, he needs a change up here, though, because he doesn't have any health.
Yeah, that is the most unfortunate situation. If they're able to run away some way, somehow, I would have just kept on going up the mountain and trying to go, you know, exit this fight. Because if you don't exit right now, you're not going to find yourself on the winning side. They try to land that shot, they miss. Leviathan going for the swing once again, trying to hit that baseball bat, going for that grand slam.
He's got him! There's Angels in the outfield, Pidgey! Angels in the outfield, and it's going to go down. Moon just finds himself off the cliff.
No, that's the last thing I thought I'd see today is someone being able to land that baseball hit and make him die for fall damage.
He just was so low. He didn't even hit the ground, he hit the build. So.
Yeah, that's how low of health he had. So that's just really unfortunate. MoonX going to have to run it back. 50 cal Hunter back in the house with us again. 2 eliminations.
I like how that still had Hunt Dog in it, but you can feel the Hunter.
The Hunter. You know, he's a Hunt Dog. I like the Hunt Dog more,
yeah,
you know?
Me too. Everyone likes it. He's got that dog in him still, regardless.
He does. He does. The Hunter, you know,
hunted down the competition. I think his name's Hunter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It kind of works.
You want to call it
better. But honestly, loadout looking fantastic. Got the heals, shields, and otherwise. But if you don't know, when you're going into these tournaments, you really just need a long-range weapon and a shotgun. That's all you're going to be using. The rest should be sustain and max. That's the only thing you should prioritize. Maybe a baseball bat for mobility and then have heals and shields.
Yep.
But for the most part, you just need a long-range weapon and a shotgun. That's all you should prioritize.
And probably 3,000 mats.
That is true. That's what I'm saying. Because most times if you have 5 weapons, you're never, ever going to be using all 5 weapons in your inventory.
Look at this maze going on from Meki Noah. Some shots raining through the top. I don't know what the play is here. You can see him trying to break down the lesser of the materials to try to make it theirs. I don't know exactly who's going for here.
Especially when you have lighting roommates like we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Meki Noah trying to just
stomping on the top.
But, oh, they're not going to be able to land those shots just yet. Going around the side of this build, trying to just find an opportunity.
It is Zafu, huh? That's crazy. This is a run back of last time as Seizin takes out Basketball Kid, and I might have to have a word with him.
Zafu, though, got that combat assault rifle. It's actually really strong, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It reloads really fast, it takes down walls really fast, but I just haven't found my way with that gun because it's very inaccurate.
Sneaking to the top of this build without Zafu knowing.
And Flash King is going to finally go down after surviving so long, and the one person they run into is Baka. But we're going right back to Meki Noah versus
Look at that! Meki Noah finds the top, and the run back goes to Meki Noah. They are 1-1.
That was a crazy POV to see. They're on top of the rooftop, and then drops down and one-shots them.
Pre that, too, you could see Meki Noah just slowly sneaking up that build, too. So a very sneaky sis. I mean, just the sneakiest beaver you've ever seen from Meki Noah there.
That is wild. What I love that we got that like third-person POV.
That was
what was that?
job.
Third person? Not
Shout
even.
out to productions, those pros over in production. Once
that
again.
was so funny. Just boom.
Yeah.
Zafu going down. Meki Noah showing up.
Not even a second thought either.
No.
Just went down immediately. A great headshot from Meki Noah, wasting no time with that shotgun.
I really wish we got to see their POV as well, because to see what went wrong on Zafu's side, because they're so clutch in those builds.
I just thought he thinks that he's at the bottom of that build, but he sneaks up effortlessly. I tried to call it out to him, but he's got headphones on. Tried to tell him.
Collusion, Nick.
Hey,
how dare you?
Hey, love that guy, but jeez, man.
That'd be good. Going to be here trying to find out what they can do in this situation. Seeing a little bit of a third party. Meki Noah down, takes down a top dog, but another dog is going to be there to just say, hey, you saw it, you know it. And that's going to be Kazu grabbing that elimination onto Meki Noah, but Baka now going to be able to control the guys like they do. Pops that splash so that they're able to run around and place those walls and place those floors that much faster. Kazu jumping around these corners, but Baka's got a wall for every shot that they're shooting.
Yeah, might have bit off more than he can chew here too, because now he's got the leap of faith, but he's got the baseball bat. He's gonna go into the tunnel and probably try to reset here as his mats are looking semi-low, if you ask me. Well,
yeah, no.
He's all right.
He just wanted to reposition. He saw that, guess what, Baka controlling the entire build. They are not going to be able to manipulate that fast enough to give themselves the advantage and box them in. So going away, very smart choice there.
Might have just heard Baka and got out of dodge, to be honest.
That's true.
Eli sitting on stage, looking to be an absolute nuisance here for the rest of the competition.
Got that Tomb Raider skin, and they are showing why they are an adventurer, and they are traveling around this world, stopping every single trapdoor that they find, grabbing 3 eliminations already, and potentially, will it be 4? They saw him, they tried to trim him, but right now they're trying to go over to the side, and what's unfortunate, they don't know what their health is looking like.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to just make sure that they're in a good spot to take that next competitor down.
I mean, maybe if they can do math quick, right? They don't. They didn't do it to them.
They didn't do it to him, so they don't know exactly how much health they had left. But Valhalla jumping around these sides.
Look at the
landed.
360 swivel that Hunter has to do here. Clicks versus Hunt Dog. When the Hunt Dog skin coming out?
We'll see if they're going to be able to get their own clout, taking down Pulse here, one of the Valhalla Esports players. But they only have green on their weapon, so it's not going to be doing as much damage, but it still hurts.
Heals, so that's something you got to think about too. He's got to put all his chips on the table here for this fight. Another fight off screen, gonna go down. Baka takes down Keith Towers. And towers over the competition.
Yeah, towering down. You know, but Baka really running around the map trying to find eliminations because everyone else really doing a great job trying to keep those elims up and putting themselves even higher on the leaderboard. But Zanzin going to try and land a shot, they miss it. Trying to now pop that Chug and heal themselves right back up, and probably going to see this fight end very soon.
Yeah, Mythical Hunter knows he's got him in his sights. He's trying to get this edit on the ramp, gets the edit he wants. He's just trying to hit the timing, and he does.
Oh!
Beautiful shotgun shot rains down onto that Valhalla Pulse.
And now we're seeing Zanzin gonna be able to shred these walls down. They're brick walls, but this is the big bad wolf. Sabrina trying to land some shots. Aaron at Cow trying to just move out of the way and find what they can do to put out any sort of damage, but they just have to pop this chug, and hey, Sabrina said, hey, you know what? You're good. You're good. Have your espresso and have a good day.
Yeah, can't milk those. Cow gonna get out of dodge here. Aaron at Cow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, take some shots. You're gonna remember those.
No, they're gonna be stuck in the storm too. This Cow is getting cooked up right now, medium rare. Will it be burned by the time Zanzin's able to eliminate them? Because right now it looks like they're just cornered. They're backed against a rock in a hard place as Zanzin still laying down cover fire, trying to find where they're going next, just tracking them.
I mean, still has a lot of health and was really utilizing the chug, and looks like the Sprite there pretty greatly. So Aaron at Cow doing a great job of utilizing Sprite out of zone there. Honestly, 4 storms in, not too insane of picks, but great movement, especially considering you were in the water for all that fight and having to build up. Now going ahead and getting that brick like you need. Cruz on a bit of a fight of his own is against Baka himself, the one and only.
We'll see what Cruz can do. Gonna be able to have that legendary Sentinel, and that's all they really need. Baka missing that shot just off to the side a little bit. Cruz not able to find that opportunity either. They open up the whole ceiling, and that's just gonna allow Baka to hit 2 and call it a day. Find so many heals, splashes, everything they need to succeed, and they're going to be finding another elimination potentially here. But Leo, we've seen him donated 100, and that was 100 shotgun bullets to another competitor. Will they be able to do it against Baka? No.
Wow.
Baka going to be able to land the one.
Oh, there's 100 bullets.
Sender.
There's a great little shot. He's going to miss the... You can see, this is what I was talking about. You don't usually see Baka shaken up. He misses one of the splashes there. That definitely shook him up a little bit, but the healing isn't the same. Baka gets his healing off way faster, and now is shooting through these small nooks and crannies of this build battle. Leo donated 100, just might have made Baka madder than he should have. He's gonna probably try to get out of dodge here.
They gotta put that small shield. They had so much time to do so. If they're trying to try and run away, they need as much help as they can get, especially in this situation where you know any sort of place you move, Baka's gonna be there
he's got
watching
his eye
you.
on the prize for sure, always.
You gotta pop those small shields.
Oh, he does get a good shot on him.
Beautiful.
It doesn't seem to just raise them.
Oh, what a trade!
Leo is continuing to donate 100 shots.
Beautiful accuracy so far. Leviathan going to be able to grab their elimination onto Hunter.
Oh,
Kazu got the elimination onto Leo.
He comes down and just vultures that kill from Baka, and Baka is not going to be happy about it. He's going to drip down and try to get some of the, at least some of the loot from that. Kazu says, listen, man, I got a date at 11. I'll see you next week.
That is Solved. Took the elimination and then just sprinted right out.
A true vulturous move there from
Donated
Kazu.
100 eliminations right over to Kazu. That's crazy.
Wow. Juby, someone that is in second place right now on the list with 0 eliminations here. Definitely changing up the positioning here might help for round 3 because not being able to find anybody, being out of the zone, these are all things that can help you in placement, but not necessarily in those eliminations, which is what's going to help you stay on top of that leaderboard.
And we've seen where some competitors might just be waiting for those final moments. We see Sanson going to be able to break right in. Eli going down after having such a great beginning in mid-game, but
all
still.
I can say to Eli is should have put a dress on, homie.
Oh, should have gotten the Adventure Time skins. You're right. But Kazu, you better be watching.
Hey.
Wait,
it always feels like somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy.
Sean, just wait. You know what?
Listen,
they said,
the
hey,
turtle finishes
whatever
first, bro. I seen it.
Whatever you left behind, I'll grab it. Okay?
Yeah.
You got that food right there.
Hey,
I want the rest.
You gonna eat that?
You didn't want that chunk jug over there. I'll take it for you. Don't worry. Thank you. That would actually be funny, just trailing one competitor the entire game. Whatever you don't want, I'll take. Don't worry about it.
That's a basketball kid move.
Oh, Sanson taking down Pancakes. Pancakes or waffles?
I mean, it's gonna have to be Pancakes today. That kid was fun.
That is the right choice.
Definitely a waffle guy.
Boo.
Waffle cones, they don't make pancake cones, bro.
I feel like they could.
You ever ate ice cream in a pancake?
Is that not a thing?
Sounds messy.
Sean, though, going to be able to break some more mats. Gets a little bit of a shot return fire by Kazu, and they're going to try and land some shots, but that damage is crazy. You just saw their shield get shredded, and that's making Sean panic just a little bit. Tries to open up that wall. Doesn't land any shots. Kazu lands their shot, though, with that Sentinel. We're going to be seeing him drop down.
Turtling once again. I hate to keep saying it. I hope he doesn't see it as a diss, because it is a great job he's doing, putting up the wall in front of these shots coming in. Kazu gonna have to hit the Chug Jug out of zone. Honestly, was trying to play the waiting game there, but Sean outplays him as far as the waiting game. He is petty as you need to be in that situation.
But pettiness won't get you anywhere except a very low health bar, because they are looking rough staying in that storm. That 5-tick is not where you want to be.
But Kazu runs into Baka. Sean might have the last laugh here as Kazu runs into Baka, and he's gonna have to get his heal on.
There we go. Beautiful move there, and really catching Baka off guard. Beautiful shot, but Baka's going to be able to throw down that Sprite, really not lose much from that exchange.
Got everything. That's funny. He's got this. Well, he didn't grab the Sprite, but he's got the Sprite there, and then he's got the Sprite that you can throw on the ground and get heals from too.
That's true. That's more like orange soda, I'd say, you know.
I drink a 2 liter there a day. Crazy.
Are you okay?
No. Don't do it.
Now I'm going to.
Can't advise. I'll donate 5 for that.
Okay, thank you. MK, though, going to now be once again backed against the wall. We've seen it time and time again. The person who's being the aggressor in these build battles usually wins it, but will Sabrina be able to clutch up in this situation? We see how they are in the music videos, but they've had time to practice. They've had time to learn. MK going around these corners, breaking down these walls, lands it, almost lands a shot, just gets a little bit of damage off onto that right shoulder.
I like this. Sanson going high, kind of maneuvering backwards here. Put some shots back as well, and now the heals are going to have to come in. There's no way for Mystic to heal here because it's sitting at 66, so can't pop those mini shields. Just going to have to see how that one stretches out.
And you're wondering, a lot of people replacing those med kits with those flashes so that you get that additional movement speed and you're able to heal those moments. But now we're seeing Baka being able to shred those.
Look at this. Baka doesn't have this amazing mythic gun, but he's still got an amazing loadout.
Yeah, this one actually does so much damage too. It is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Getting that additional boost from those shots as well, it's absolutely insane.
Goes low here. This might be a problem as the storm is starting to push him in. Sean just does an amazing job of staying alive until that very moment, jumps into the waiting arms of Baka. We don't usually see Baka go low ground, but that was a great time for it.
I guess so, because they went for a cannonball, and Baka says, no. Gotta be quicker than that.
Adult swim, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, the Luxor pool is open, but I don't know if it's gonna be warm or not, so maybe Baka just saved their life from going into a cold lake.
Yeah, possibly.
But we got MK protecting themselves. Remember now, this is the top 8 situation.
Top 8.
We got Baka trying to land some shots, and they do. TTV, Aaron Cow now is going to move their way into the lobby screen. We got Baka dropping down. We see MK to the side, tries to break down these walls, tries to force their mats up even more, especially with these weapons where they do so much damage, and they're going to be able to corner themselves. Opens up an opportunity for Baka to take them down. That's 8 for Baka right now in this round.
Yeah.
Someone's got to put this baseball-wielding bat down.
You could just see Baka slowly start to get edit after edit. You could see once he got that wall, it took him a second, but once he got it, he does the edit. He does want to get a little bit into the build a little bit, but right as the second edit comes out, he just lays waste to his opponent. You can see him going high ground now to try to get any kind of advantage onto the rest of these players.
We'll see what advantage happens here, especially with low ground. We've seen it time and time again how it's just not where you want to be, especially in these small circles. The higher up you are, the more we see those competitors win these rounds. Top 6 situation.
Look at this early rotation from Baka as well.
Beautiful move there, trying to just get as much of a zone advantage as possible to put themselves in the best spot possible. And we don't see that often enough.
Look
where
how
these
quickly that was. I mean,
exactly, that's the advantage. That's the big
this guy
move.
moves quicker than a military kid. He's just onto the next.
Juby.
Sides in though is gonna get that kill.
Gonna go down, top 5 now. We're going to be seeing Baka controlling the skies. I just said it. However, you're not going to have that zone advantage. If you're not going to have that height, you're just now little ants running away, trying to build your own home, trying to build your own tunnel. But Sanzin landing some shots onto Baka, but they are looking really good.
Look at the
for
base
where
of
they're
that
at.
build too. Only just incredibly impossible to break. All based out of the metal. He's going to jump into another build here and instantly build to the top, man. Crazy.
It is crazy. Right now we are seeing Sanzin though still trying their best to survive as this circle is going to be slowly but surely moving in. Sanzin going to get just shredded. You're seeing all the damage from this assault rifle, man. It is insane.
And now Baka wants the loot. Can he get anything for it? No. He said, give me the loot. I'm a bad boy.
Yeah, he got a little bit of damage onto Kazu there, so we'll see what they can do. Goes right back up to the top ground.
That was so crazy. He literally said, don't touch that.
Don't touch that. Mine. Back up.
Right.
Good is not going to be looking good. Quantize grabs that elimination. You see those heals coming out. We're going to have Baka, though, right at the top. And they're just literally watching everyone walk into them.
Can he call game versus Kazu here? Trying to break the floor. He does have exactly what he need here. Lots of builds left. No metal, however.
Double-digit eliminations for Baka. Will this be 11, or will Kazu finally be able to strike them out? Baka sliding across the way, able to get zone advantage, but Kazu shredding their shields. Will Baka be able to pop anything? No, they're not! 1 HP! Will Baka be able to do it? Will Kazu be able to take the crown away? They throw the splash down. They're able to pop those small shields. Kazu taking their time way too much. Gonna be able to grab, absolutely destroy the floor. Baka sliding their way to the side. Oh! Kazu!
Kazu does such an amazing job of just kind of pretending he wants to do the build. It's amazing to see what Baka was able to do, and a lot of players were actually stealing his kills in that final circle.
Yeah, because he was just shredding up the damage, getting rid of their shields, and it was literally absolutely insane to see how Baka just stayed at the high ground and said, hey, you're over there, you're over here, boop, 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 boop. All he had to do was look at the map, look where the zone was going, look where the next storm was, and it control the high ground and say, hey, anyone who's gonna be walking and trying to tunnel their way in, I'm controlling this area. I'm not gonna move from my spot. I'm doing damage. The only time they moved is when they were able to try and grab some more heals and shields, and then they ran right back up.
Big
they really
to
didn't
the
worry
other
about
players
a lot.
too, because the other players are vulturing his kills basically. If he would have got, I mean, everybody up into it, it just goes to show you know, you don't have to be the best. You just need to be in the right position at the right time.
Exactly.
And you can find yourself one of these one-shot players, and that's your frag. It doesn't matter if Baka took them all the way down to one shot. You can get it.
Yeah, and then Kazu being the one to take the round away, being able to go into that high ground, go for those shots, landing them. Baka looking extremely flustered in that 1v1.
Yeah.
Once they started losing their health, they were not able to pop those shields and heals. All they could do is just try and run around and try and find an opportunity. Had the baseball bat, wanted to do something with it clearly and hit them into the storm.
And all the rest of the players got to be thinking they're lucky stars that Baka didn't just get another 10 points. Because if he would have dropped 10 and then got 10, it would have been sky's the limit for him. And
I think the sky might be the limit still with 10
yeah, I mean, he would have shattered the
eliminations.
glass ceiling, all that. So.
But hopefully Kazu and everyone else who were the ones who were able to vulture.
Kazu was sitting in 13, so that 10 points is going to help him momentously.
Yeah, skyrocketing up the leaderboard, as well as all the eliminations they were able to grab in those final few circles. Really thinking about what they can do next in the next round, where to drop. Remember, you're seeing the mistakes add up, and you're seeing all the things that these great players are doing to put themselves into the spot they immediately want. They know where to drop, they know where their weapons are, and they're already going out and competing and getting eliminations right when they hit the floor. So hopefully we'll be able to figure that out, and hopefully y'all will be thinking about the next spot you want to drop.
Yeah, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little hot and flustered. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. I'm going to head down to that bar, get me a drink, and we'll be right back with more Fortnite action. See you then. Hey, you like that? Hey, you like that?
Yo, what I'm thinking, boxing in one down, boxing pop up. I'm gonna talk to him if he wants to go.
They can't hear you, trust. Yeah, you want to go down, I promise. I just been screaming at him before. It's not a look. to Fortnite Frags here at the HyperX Arena. Pidgey has flown the coop. I'm here with Baka. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions, man, because that was 2 very dominating rounds for you. Round 1, you get the mythic, you go a little insane. Round 2, you don't have it. Is that your excuse for losing the last 1v1 there at the end?
No excuse. I had every advantage. I just lost. That guy's just good, way better.
Is there another player in the building that scares you when you're in those 1v1 situations?
No, not really, no.
You're not really worried, huh?
Yeah.
All right, man. We've seen you dominate week after week, and it's just awesome to see. Can you give somebody like that maybe is kind of trying to be on the same level as you, maybe some tips to try to get to where Baka's at right now?
I think this game is really about like confident. You gotta be really confident in yourself and just confidence. A lot of confidence will help you improve.
The confidence and the swag exudes, man. You got the champion literally written on your t-shirt, man. So when it comes down to it, obviously this season you're trying to drop in those vaults, or are you just kind of going how you feel?
Yeah, the vaults are pretty good, especially with the black market. It's really good.
Okay, I like what we're hearing, man. And I like that you said confidence is the key. Are you looking to do any big Fortnite things in the future? I know you had some World Cups and some Cash Cups go your way.
Yeah, there's our global championship coming up, and we're already qualified for that, so we'll be there. It's in France, and it's in Lyon.
Oui. All right. Well, hopefully we see you out there. We'll definitely be rooting for you, man. One last question for you. What is your favorite thing about the HyperX Arena, man?
Oh, man, I love this place. This place is great. I started here playing Fortnite, and I love it. It's the best spot.
Would you say that this arena atmosphere is what helped you to try to get, kind of finish in those top spots at the Cash Cups and whatnot?
For sure. This helped me grow as a player, as a person, meeting everyone here, talking to everyone, talking to all the players. I love it.
Thank you, man. I'm going to get you out of here because we were icing you out a little bit.
All good.
But go get those fingers warm. You even have those cold fingers, man. I just got it on the bump. So go get those fingers warm, and we'll see you again soon. Definitely got a career right here doing analyst with us if you want it after your prime. Appreciate you, man. You got anything to say to the people where they can find you?
Twitch, like FN Baka.
Yeah?
FN Baka on Twitter.
I'm going to have to follow that up, man. Get some tips.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. See you soon.
Yes, sir.
Good luck with the rest of your tournament.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Okay, well, let's take a look now. Since he is at the top of the leaderboard, let's take a look at how far Baka has gotten on that leader. Oh, I should have. Dude, he got the coolest number, dude.
Yeah, you missed an opportunity. I was looking at the numbers. I was like, ah.
2 rounds in, and he's got the nicest number you could have.
There we go. But yeah, Baka controlling the leaderboard. Look at that, 26 points.
Listen,
that is insane.
Sabrina Carpenter, have you tried this one?
That is actually kind of wild to see how far the difference between first and second place is, and being able to see what do you do when you're 26 points down, Nick? What do you do?
I mean, if I'm Quantize or Juby, I'm definitely just keeping it up. Like we said, Kazu going from 13th place to 4th. You can make that similar move in the next round, but yeah, Baka's running away with it, and it's going to take momentous effort from people like Zafu, who we've seen do it before, but they have to put the kills on the board.
They do. And especially with my mentality right now with 26 points down, it is all about eliminations. And like I say, week after week, you heard it from Baka, you hear it from me. Confidence.
And where do you get confidence? In practice,
I was trying to think of a pun there. Where do you get confidence? If you go to level up, you go to a confidence. But no.
No, I mean, you get confidence through practice, through being.
Through being?
Through being just nasty on the sticks, and slowly and surely you gain that confidence. And like he said, he loves this HyperX Arena because bada bing, bada boom, you can gain some confidence on that stage.
No, absolutely. I mean, when you get into these situations, you can't run away from them. You have to practice. You have to make mistakes to learn, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. I could have actually gone this direction. I could have used this, and really learn what are the mistakes you have to get better. But if you keep on running away from these 1v1s, if you keep just putting yourself backed against your build and you're waiting for them to come in and attack you, you are not learning, you're not progressing. You got to get comfortable in these high stressful situations, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself on the losing end of these build battles time and time and time again.
Yeah, and I think we see him in the most simplest way. He goes high ground, and we saw him there even go high ground, move houses, build his own new house. And I think, obviously, it's a great strategy. The way you beat that is to break his build. Then he's going to move on to another build. You have to utilize, okay, I'm going to use bullets for the next, 5 minutes and save my mats, so that I'm not fighting these build battles. You got to find these little small things that can help you start to figure out how to beat someone like Baka. Because yes, he's amazing, but like you can see in that second round,
he's not invincible.
He's not invincible.
He's not invincible. You know what? Invincible is something you should watch if you're of
Amazon.
age. But that's not who Baka is at the end of the day. It is literally one person who's just more confident. He's playing, saying, hey, every single fight I'm going to go in, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. There's nothing that you can do to try and contest me.
The way you stop that is to just fight confidence with confidence, you know?
That's the only way to do it, in my mind.
100%.
I truly do believe that from the bottom of my heart, that a lot of situations where you just kind of corner yourself, you're doing that because you're scared. But if you break out of that corner, become invincible, and in a good way where you don't get your butt kicked every time, but in a good way, you'll be able to find yourself on the winning end of a lot of these exchanges.
That is the problem with Invincible, right? Is you do sometimes just end up getting beat up. But
every time, but yeah.
It's that fighting game mentality, right? You lose a game, you play another one, you lose another game, you play another one until you are the top dog on the field. So.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And if you're not trying new things every single round, dropping at a new location, trying to drop a little bit hotter, going for these vaults, and like we're seeing with that black market, they have so many great weapons for you to have an advantage on someone who only has green loot, who only has blue loot. You're going to be able to do more damage and win these fights. But if you're only dropping in these outskirts, into the cabin in the woods where Shrek is waiting out for you,
get out of my swamp, donkey.
What are you going to get? A donkey, basically. That's all you're getting out of that situation. And you're not able to have better weapons and better situations like you're seeing. Baka has a game plan. He goes in the game plan, does it again and again and again. When something works, don't break what isn't broken,
and also
do what you can.
When things don't go his way, you can see him running the drill a different way and getting high ground, getting low ground. We've seen him get a kill low ground. We've seen him get a kill high ground. I honestly think he's one of the greatest players that we've ever seen in the building. However, there is plenty of people that can throw their ring in, their hat in the ring today.
You already saw that.
Yeah.
You know what? We have great people. I mean, Juby, a new name coming out from Valhalla Esports.
Yeah.
They are playing out of their mind. I mean, Quantai is getting them to that top 5 situation both rounds. And going into round number 3, I am excited to see who else is going to be able to put their foot into the door and try and succeed. Because when you're kind of losing the battle, really what like we're seeing Baka with that 69 points to 43, you really want to put the pedal to the metal and try your best and really go for these more risky plays, because now time is slowly running out. We're going into round 3, and we're going to be seeing a little bit more desperation, hopefully, from these competitors.
And someone like Zafu, who is so good, and then it gets to the top 10, and he just starts to crumble a little bit. You can see a play like sneaking into his build, starting to, hurt him a lot. Maybe him starting to utilize that technique, where maybe he sees Baka fighting down on an opponent and sneaking and steal his kills. We saw a lot of people stealing the kills from Baka. That's a great way to get your kills at this tournament.
It is. When someone else is doing all the work and then they're too scared to push forward or push into their builds, and oh, I heard a shield crack. Let me go crack those walls down. There was
honestly an awfully small amount of third-party engagements in this one, so...
Yeah, that's one of the best ways.
Maybe turn up the third parties here a little bit.
I'll see what we're going to be doing, but what we're doing is partying into the battle bus as we go into round 3. Let's see who's taking the Victory Royale crown today. But what a gorgeous beachfront view.
Scenic view after scenic view. Makes me want to go on vacation every time.
I just want to go swimming in there, man. I know it looks like winter because of the mountain with the snow, but
that's the Atlantic.
That is definitely the Pacific.
Where is the
No,
ocean?
that's clearly like Seattle. You got
Where
like
is the ocean located in Fortnite?
That's clearly Seattle. You can see the mountain, you know. It looks like that mountain in Seattle, whichever that is.
That looks like Mount Fuji, bro.
There you, true. Oh, that makes more sense. It is the Japanese map. You know what? You got me there. You got me good, Nick.
Sorry.
You got me good. But I love this little panning shot too. Really nice. Going around the corners, you're seeing the kites being
Has
flown.
nothing to do with bullets or any kind of.
I like that. We need
Crime
some
City.
calm before the storm.
True.
And I'm waiting for the storms to come back in the game because I thought those
Bro,
hurricanes
if
were
you're
actually
landing
really fun.
Whiffy Wharf, what are we doing here?
They are. They're still going. Oh no. But okay. You know what? Slash King.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Getting shot from the back. Kazu.
You know what? Kind of deserved. Who's rocking even a duplicate skin? Come on. Where's the actual good invincible skins? Come on, Slash King. What are we doing here?
Quantai is putting a point on the board as well. Now in round 3, we've talked about it in the past, how important it is to turn up in round 3. You don't have a lot of situations left. You have 2 more rounds after this one. You want to get your points in here. TTV Sanson has been doing an amazing job of getting his eliminations early and getting those finishing points. But right now, he's pressed with an issue. ESLA Fort 55 wants a party with Sabrina. So
Beautiful loadout too, and being able to pop that chest and they have a golden combat shotgun is crazy.
Yeah, look at all these grays for Leviathan. He's wishing he had any kind of color.
Hey, Twin Fire is still really good, especially in these situations where you try to just put out
Let's see
damage.
it.
I told you!
Sean
Leviathan, baby!
Sean usually able to back down and find a small turtle spot here. Leviathan just brings the party right to him. Says, you're RSVP'd for that lobby.
And now we're going over to Cruz with another Sabrina skin. All right, we got the paid one in the shop, then we got the music pass one. I like the differences. Is it really though? That's not the music pass.
Yellow's my favorite color, but I like this one better.
Okay. Well, why do you like it better?
Well, it's 2-piece.
But you know what? They're doing a great job on all the skins. I got the Negan skin recently, the Adventure Time skins looking fresh. Oh, they dancing.
Oh.
They
Sorry,
breaking
I'll
it down.
never cut you off again.
All right, thank you.
It was for Sabrina.
No, it absolutely everything. for
All this
Sabrina.
gold.
I know, right? I love that. You know what? You've got those rocks that got the little mineral golds in it. You're able to build that up and buy some great stuff. You're able to collect as much gold as you can. So not a bad strategy at all to go into these underground loot cities and grab some extra gold and try and buy your way into better weapons. And that's one of the great parts. I kind of like the whole, Otani!
Shohei.
Let's go!
Show me
Root
something.
beer! Root beer!
Show me something, Shohei.
Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, we need some heals.
They got no shield.
Batting 100 right now, and
That was crazy. But yeah, one of the main priorities you should really do, grab those heals and shields. Like I said, they don't even need that pistol. They can just get rid of that pistol, keep that double shotty, which I actually love that double shotty, by the way, even though it doesn't have a lot of
I was gonna say the quiet killer, but
weapons.
it got real loud real quick.
And that's the prediction for the Dodgers season, unfortunately, here at Friday Frags. It's done. It's over. It's closed.
No.
Wavy going to be able to grab that Sentinel shotgun, going to be able to zip line their way, grind their way back. Is this Mario Kart World already? We got grinding, but no, they're going to be, they got the little bounce pad. I was like, how do they do that?
They got the bounce pad all mixed up. Oh. Okay.
Good seeing that emote doing some devious things.
Little DaBaby, little Snoop Dogg. That clip had everything.
Moon X, someone we need to desperately see have a great round.
Dude, week after week, I see them sign in, log in, pull up to the arena, do an amazing job, and they say they have a frown on their face every time, but they come out and do work. So
yeah,
looking for him to, like Baka said, get his confidence up in some of these situations. It might really help him.
I mean, honestly, the confidence already there. Got that avatar skin, and they're actually great looking skins also, by the way. So many great products coming out from Fortnite, but really, when we get to Moon X, they just struggle sometimes, some weeks, especially when we have that in-between breaks where we're off 1 week.
A consistent confidence.
Then they'll say, oh, I'm never going to be able to get in the money again, and then they absolutely dominate. They get like top 5, and I'm like, that's what we're talking. Zanzan!
TTV versus TTV there. Check
going
them both out on
down.
Twitch if you get a second. 21 Moon, 21 on the tables here in Las Vegas. Gets another elimination to go their way. 10 people down out of the game, Pidgey.
There we go. You know what? Already grabbing the first elimination, finding their confidence a little bit faster now.
They're gonna say confidence?
Confidence and being able to just boom, 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 take down those walls and use those splashes, especially if you're able to have that additional Midas touch to it. You're going to be able to break down these walls and really contest and be aggressive. That's what I really like about it, because it helps a lot of competitors who aren't the best at builds just say, hey, I don't need to build, I need to break down the builds and claim these walls and then win the fight. So I really like that addition there.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Fortnite. What?
Wait.
Zafu just brain lag there, but we're going to be getting into a little bit of a hoist as Eli going to be able to find one of the rotating bands that they're going to be able to break into. Got that thermite, going to be able to use that pickaxe, try to speed it up a little bit faster.
Look at us trying to get, shout out to production, trying to get a view of the vault heist.
And now Zafu's going to be here trying to work their way around. Hopefully no more lag spikes there, but I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just a spectator issue at the end of the day.
Possibly.
But their loot already looking great. That's where you want to be. You got the baseball bat for mobility, you got the splashes, you got the big shields, and you've got that shotgun on standby. Basketball Kid, though,
still alive.
I do not like that 3-shot submachine gun. It is so bad in my opinion. Please put it down, Basketball Kid. Please.
Let him cook.
I'll see, but I'm not a huge fan of it, man. I tried so hard to like it, but right now they do have a great loadout, though. Got the baseball bat, got the Sentinel.
Here's a little bit of three-party situation possibly for Basketball Kid. He can wait his turn.
Oh,
but they
no.
catch him out. Kazu catches him sneaking up, and Wavy Nada actually gets him out of there. So what I thought maybe was a three-person fight ended up being just one down. Baka chilling by the train.
And now Kazu being the one to claim the Midas SMG, or Midas assault rifle, going to be able to just hold on to that for the time being. That holographic sight being able to make it a little bit easier to point out and see where these competitors are hiding and floating and everything else. They're going to be able to just break right in and try and grab some loot for themselves. Baka going to be themselves 1v10 in the box. Let's see if they're going to take a little bit of damage. They are going to be able to probably grab that medallion. I talked about it. It's so good. Such a good medallion. It makes you run faster, sprint faster, add the chug splash on top, and you will be sprinting like Sonic.
Helps you get out of a pickle, that's for sure.
That's true. There's no pickle skins right now. What's going on? I thought it was the pickle season.
Isn't
I thought they
Pickle
were the
Rick in the
villains.
game?
No. Yes, actually. But who's watching that these days?
Nobody now.
Yeah, that's rough.
This is all I've been watching.
There we go.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, Smiling Friends, any enjoyers out there?
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
Smiling Friends kids in the chat. But no, honestly, Cruz going to get a little bit of a return fire happening there, but they're going to be able to hide behind this tree, not break it down for those mats just yet, but slides their way around. Only has a gray Sentinel. They got to be working on getting that mixed up, and they only have heals also. As important as heals are, got to get those shields up as well. See, that's arena account number 2 on the screen right now, peeking their head out the side of their own build, but they got to pop those chug jugs. Keep yourself at 100 as often as you can, because if you don't use it now and you get eliminated and you had that 200 chug jug, you're gonna regret not using it afterwards.
Hey,
so if you have time, use these heals and shields.
If you don't use it, you lose it. Cruz, seeing if he's cruising for a bruise in here against ESL Fort 2. Really looking to get things started in this fight, especially with that low health target. Cruz is moving though, trying to get in to get this, what seemingly is a free kill.
Will it be free though? If you have to pay to play. Hunter, though, going to get hit from the side, did not put up that wall just fast enough. We see Baka taking out Main College there, and then Cruz taking out arena account number 2. You saw that on the first monitor. I love we got the 2 fights going on at the same time.
Shout out production once again. Just
Beautiful POVs there, being able to keep ourselves up with the action. We currently see Hunter doing a little hop, skip, and a jump, able to dodge those shots, landing on their toes, going around this build. Sees them jumping up and flying high. Oh, the side into the water, though.
Water. Oh my gosh.
You got the water bucket supreme, but the water bucket is a whole water
Little Minecraft move there for Hunter. I wonder if he's seen the movie or not. gonna get onto this boat and it
Gets handed, gets just delivered.
I mean, I never seen God in Fortnite. I never seen Jesus be in Fortnite skin, but Hunter might just have to buy it. Gets his life absolutely saved there in the most Minecraft of ways.
That was so funny too, because I really thought they were gonna get eliminated, but no, they were right over the lake. They were completely fine. That competitor, Kazu, had the mindset.
Jesus take the wheel, bro. That was crazy.
You just said, this is my fate. Where am I going? You land in water.
Beautiful stuff there. Unfortunate for Kazu. He doesn't bat. He's batting 0 there. 0 for nothing. But does have 2 eliminations on the board and is going to reposition here. Try to find something extra to put on that Whopper.
Oh, Rivdoggy with Lucille. Will they become a vampire bat is the question. Where's Glenn at when you need him? But to grab yourself your first elimination of the day, Rivdoggy running around, trying to find what they want to do next. But what they should do next is grab some more shields. You got to get it back up to 100. But Kazu going around this corner, and it might have bit him in the butt to not pop that big shield. You got 3 of them.
8 health. Shout out Kobe. He's going to pop it now.
Let's see.
Sitting at 108.
Which side of history he's going to be on with that statement. Kazu jumping around these sides and windows, breaking down that floor. Able to put out some damage. Baka dropping down as well, trying to run their way up. Got those flashes to give themselves the speed they need. But Kazu is going to get donated 100 bullets. Oh, Leviathan got that elimination. Steals it right away. They're taking your notes.
And Leviathan also gets donated 100.
That's crazy. And Baka drops down and takes down Dinkus Rex. We got to shout out Leviathan, though. You said it. Third party is the way to get some easy eliminations.
Anything those Leviathan kids do, it's watch the stream, man. They
know.
They're locked in.
Oh, man. Leviathan. Great loadout as well. They really are looking good in this third round. 4 eliminations to their name. All they have to do is survive that much longer and pop themselves a little bit of a chug jug so they get back up to 100. I please beg you. I swear to you, that was the big falter there with Kazu's elimination. Getting eliminated, they had 3 big shields and didn't get to use them. Why? I don't know. They didn't pop them. Sorry, I'm getting tilted.
Well, I mean, you pop them in. It's just mathematics, Fortnite mathematics, that you pop the minis before the big shield.
Yeah, they had 50 shields.
To try to utilize it at the best case scenario there.
And they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Kazu, you know better than that, but Tan Man is trying to go out to the beach today.
Valhallen versus Valhallen fight here. Eli gonna get one off screen.
Whoa, the new lunge mechanics in the game, also really fun. You don't utilize them as often as I wish.
Still.
Oh,
got him.
Wow, a little bit of a juke level situation there.
Broken ankles for Leviathan.
Using that flash, getting out of that situation.
Right, Zafu doing a great job of having exactly what we need. We talked about it. Look at his build here. He's got a little bit of a long range shotgun. He's got the bat. He's looking beautiful with that chug jug. Got splashes to go with it. And it's just nice to see Zafu moving in to this next top 20.
Oh, some shots coming out, going around. We got this 1v1.
El Diablo once again.
We'll see what happens. Going up, dropping down. Going for these corner shots. That's what Baka does best. Finding these opportunities. But we're going to be seeing Baka able to react. Jumps over Zafu's shots and jumps down using gravity to the best of their control and able to grab their 4th elimination of this round.
Shout out Zafu, obviously another stream watcher. He said, listen, I listened to what Baka had to say. I'm pulling up with confidence. He might have wanted to put a little bit more shields on until he messed with El Diablo there, but yeah, he fought the fire and the fire fought back.
That was really unfortunate, especially just like the reflexes. I mean, I think it was pretty involuntary in my eyes where he jumped and that made them lose that shot. Zafu misses the shot because they jumped.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, man. He took a shot there and that one didn't go his way, but
that was crazy.
It's a crazy timing as well because Zafu's one that we know loves to be in that top 10, loves to at least have a shot at that final 2, final 3 situation, but instead we see him go down top 18.
And now we got Leviathan on the screen. What they got to do, they don't need the 2 Sentinel shotguns, but hopefully they'll be able to find some med kits to replace that other one. and try and get themselves back up to 100-100. Hunter's here.
Definitely playing in form today, looking good. Not too many eliminations on the board, but usually see him pop off in the later rounds. TTK Swayze was going for something disgusting there, but the TikTok GOAT himself is going to do a little TikTok dance into that top 15.
That'd be good, doing some good moves.
Right.
Really beautiful shot with that shotgun. Boom, 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 connecting the dots, able to grab one. But we're now going to be seeing Baka pulling up, sees him in the bush, lands a little bit of damage, but working their way up, gets themselves kind of caught on the lower ground. So That'd be good, had the advantage, but now they're going to drop down, trying to confuse them, trying to say, hey, where am I going in this maze of wooden walls? We'll see if this log cabin will be the saving grace of That'd be good. It will not be what they need. This is an actual little bit of a maze, and they run right into the bush, grabs the dill pickle golden coin, and they're going to be able to reap the rewards, taking them down. Top 15 left, going into the 6th storm.
Here we go, stage versus stage here. Hopefully neither of them have a little bit of stage fright here. DPNG gets hit with a quick shotgun, and Eli at the end of the stage is going to dance it out. That is a grown man you are dancing on. You better watch out.
Who you emoting on? Who you emoting on? What are you doing?
He can 2v1 everything too. 'Cause he's got, you should see how strong Basketball Kid is.
Yeah,
you don't want to mess with him.
That's true. The wombo combo, being able to grab Basketball Kid by the legs and just
Yes.
spin in a circle.
Yes.
Spin in a circle.
That's my secret move back in
When
the
are they
day.
adding those? I would love that. Duos and then
Combo
you're
moves?
yeah, combo moves. Come on, right?
They have it so you can throw your homie at somebody, right? I don't know. If you throw Tim the Tapman anywhere, he'll break something. Juby goes down to Baka and just continuing to move through the competition. Baka making it look easy. I don't think we iced him out enough with the
You should have asked him 5 more questions.
Yeah, I needed at least a little bit longer. I tell you what, his hands were very cold.
But it looks like they're heating up right now.
Yeah, they're heating
because
up.
Their loot, their weapons, everything looking phenomenal. So is Becky Noah's. You know what? I'm just saying that assault rifle with that combination, it is so good. And there's so many great medallions as well that will up that damage with that assault rifle and have it just do so much damage in that first shot.
That was looking like Emma Frost a little bit with the frozen and all the curves there.
But we'll see who's going to be able to let it go here. Baka controlling the top of the rooftops. We're looking at Spider-Man right now, basically, without the skin, going from side to side in these builds. Hunter going to be able to know that they have time to pop this big shield and say, hey, you know what? I'm okay with you running away. I bet you were scared, weren't you, buddy? And pops open these walls, getting around, going to be able to escape at least a little bit safely for the time being.
All these marvelous puns we're going to have to save for Sunday, man. If you guys are in the building and you like Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, baby.
Huge Marvel Rivals tournament going on Sunday, and I believe on the 20th as well. So check HyperX Arena LasVegas.com and make sure you guys sign up for that. It's the new wave. Everybody's doing it.
Hey, Marvel Rivals, phenomenal game if you haven't already. And it's also great because we're doing a new kind of style, what we did last time, where if you have a trio that you want to queue with, you'll be able to put yourself with that trio. Or if you're a solo, we'll be able to put you with a squad, and they're going to be evenly matched in terms of skill
Let me
level.
get carried to the bag. Hold
Easily.
up.
No, it's a lot of fun. They put it together in a way where it feels fair, where you can't just show up with 6 players, dominate the competition. That's not how it works for a Marvel Rivals tournament on Sunday. So be there. Mario Kart tomorrow. Once again, it's a fantastic event with a fantastic community. And then Marvel Rivals on Sunday. Really fun stuff coming up this weekend at the HyperX Arena. But we got the arena account 54. Great loadout as well. But
Broski
Eli
had the shot, but here comes the third person party.
Broski going down to Leviathan, and Eli's going to be able to get out of that situation some way, somehow. Wow. How did they live?
Listen,
you saw them both collapse in on them.
You can't, you know, it's Catwoman.
Hey, she got her ways.
She be moving.
She do be moving. If you haven't already, play those Batman Arkham Knight games, by the way. But Arena Count 54 is trying to play the game of life as they're trying to keep themselves alive. But unfortunately, it's going to be a game over for them, at least for this round. Remember, 2 more to go. And Moon
Hunter taking down Moon. On paper, I wouldn't really know who to say wins that, but Hunter shows that he is the top dog there.
Well, if you're throwing down paper, clearly Hunter threw down some scissors, because that's when you throw it down on paper, you'll know who's going to win that battle. But going over to Eli now, trying to survive, and they do. Beautiful land into that shotgun shot. Beautiful, beautiful maneuvers.
That's a superstar right there, sitting at the edge of this. Oh no, but look
You
at
spoke too
Catwoman.
soon.
Catwoman rolling to victory here.
Becky Noah going down to Baka, top 7.
Top 7.
In round
Oh,
number
but the
3.
Storm.
Oh, that 5-tick is just doing work right now.
That's a
You're
weird
seeing their
place
health
to
bar
be.
just getting shredded. Hunter, though, got that chug jug. Gonna be able to slurp, 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 slurp. Back up to 100.
Look at that mini map too down there. They are just fighting in the zone. Yeah, let's take a look at it here. Barely just fighting the momentum of the Storm.
It's not looking
He makes the jump.
not looking optimistic for Eli's late game.
Eli is moving and grooving.
How are they still alive? All these shots missing. But we're going to be seeing Tan Man going down. But Valhalla Esports. But we got Waynada taking down Eli finally after surviving and going around every single Batman villain there was.
For real.
They tried their best, but unfortunately it was not enough. As Hunter take it down. Leviathan into a top 4 situation. You're seeing this circle. Whoever has zone priority is the one that's going to be in the best spot. But Waynada doesn't have much to get themselves back up to full health. Hunter looking great. Quantize looking great as well. And of course, Baka, you know where they're going.
To the top, yeah, top of the leaderboard, top of the map. Must be some kind of correlation here.
And you're seeing it on the corner right over there on the left side of the screen.
That's him.
Their builds are going higher and higher and higher and higher, and they're going to be able to just put down some mats, get themselves away from the fights, as well as seeing them on that top right screen.
And we've talked about in the past why that is, why it always seems like he's up here. It's because he was able to get the eliminations, to get the amount of mats he needed to make a house, and the confidence to be out here literally walking the plank trying to find these kills.
Mat management towards these final circles is so crucial, especially after fighting for all of these
You don't really
minutes.
got to manage your mats if you just get them from other players, though,
True,
is what I'm saying.
true. That's exactly what I'm saying, though. If you're not able, if you're just going into these fights and playing defense nonstop, 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 you're not going to be able to have enough mats for these final 1 or 2 more circles.
Agreed.
And you'll find yourself running out really fast, and then Baka's going to be there saying, hey, what happened to your house? You can't build one, and be able to shred
Oh my
them
god, I
down.
thought he was trying to hit trick shots there, but no sniper.
We're not playing
in
Call
his
of Duty
inventory.
Warzone right now.
I thought he was trying for it, but yeah, he just wants to move. You can see the early rotation from Baka. Once again, gonna build up the 3x3. Looks like a 4x4, more than I can afford. That's for sure.
Ooh, spitting out the rhymes.
You know what I'm saying? Baka really just taking a look over the competition. Quantize taking some shots. Hunter taking some shots. There's nobody on the block that hasn't taken some shots from Baka, and honestly, they should just gang up.
They really should, really.
Look up and gang up.
I always say, hey, you got to look up and try and take down the person in the sky, because if you don't, they're just going to be controlling AC 130 style. And we remember those days of Friday Frags where he had an unlimited grenade launcher and just dominated the competition. But now he's going to be able to use that Sentinel shotgun.
And still, Baka dominating the competition.
Waynada is going to be the one going down there, and Baka with 11 eliminations. Will they make it 13 by the time they grab this victory royale is the question. No one else going for the high ground. They're all still sprinting in the forest, trying to find any sort of protection, but the protection is in the sky. You got the clouds, you got all the knowing, but unfortunately Quantize does not even know where they're getting shot at.
Yeah, Baka is the colossus of clout, though. He just wants all of these eliminations here for the final. He's got 11, and he's looking for the 10 extra points that you get for winning.
We'll see if they're going to be able to claim that one. We saw last round, they kind of choked. They had a little bit of a blunder, and they might happen again. But
honestly,
Quantize and Hunter,
we haven't really seen Hunter in this position too often. You can see him get that elimination, and now he knows there's one left.
Oh!
He lays some shots.
What a
straight
trade,
up.
but it's not going to be enough. He's got to be able to heal off. He's got the small shield.
Chug,
Chug, chug, chug, chug, chug, chug, chug. You should have popped the small shields first, but still chug, chug, chug away, Hunter. Is he going to get shot? Baka having that high ground, just a better point of view, better whole entire just playing field to work with. Is Baka going to be able to go up onto the
I
side?
think Baka is going to give him a shot
here.
here, though. They're in a very Easy 1v. Yeah, Hunter.
Oh.
Great shout out to Hunter, man. He dropped 4 eliminations in that one. We see Hunter every week in and week out. Babaka, too strong on the map, too much stonks in the Baka zone.
Absolute cinema. When you want to know how to be good at this game, how to get better, you got to just watch back what Baka is doing, because he is the lead example right now. I know we're talking big game about him. We're gassing him up, but it's deserved.
It's crazy that, you know, he said he loves HyperX Arena. I do too.
Me too.
But I just think it's crazy that really the first question he answers with confidence, as confidence, you know, like that is really what's taken him over the lead. And
I know they think we're lying to them about confidence, but
it's
no,
beautiful.
It is really.
It might even be delusional confidence. Hunter absolutely had what he needed to win that.
You're saying he was delusional?
No, I'm saying you have to have delusional confidence to be that good at something like Fortnite, who is just, there's tons of people that are amazing at this game.
No, I have the same exact mentality, especially when I was competing during my Speedway days here at the arena. Remember, tomorrow, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There's not many more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournaments that's going to happen before World comes out.
That's true.
So you got to get your time in. It's a great game. Trust me. It's very fun, and there's a ton of money to still be had for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I have my ear to the streets, as you know, and I was here.
What are the streets saying?
The streets are saying that there's going to be a big Switch 2 event here. So don't know how much I'm leaking or if I'm even allowed to say it, but you're welcome, stream.
I see the lawyer walking in right now. You should probably jump.
Beat it. I swear to God, I ain't going back to jail.
You should probably jump down right now,
I
Nick.
ain't going back to jail.
No, that's exciting, though, to hear that, because, yeah, we got a little bit of a glimpse. They did say, hey, we are planning something for Mario Kart World, so I'm excited to see it. I actually got invited down to Nintendo, but I'm going to be here doing commentary with you to do that, so I unfortunately will not have that first look, but we have so much to talk about tomorrow with Mario Kart World, so much gameplay and footage, and then next week we got the whole direct about it, so a lot of fun stuff coming up.
Who wants to hang out in New York when you could be in NV?
I'm just saying, I like this better than California, but maybe I'm a little bit biased. Maybe I'm biased, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit silly when it comes to locations. I haven't been many places, but Vegas is pretty goated.
Hey, I've been to all of them. This is the best one.
You've been to all 50 safes?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. I was about to say, I'm like, there's some people who have. You've been, you know, some people been around.
I went like this.
Around. So you
one
saw
trip.
Canada?
One trip.
You saw Canada, went back down. And then what we're going to see, who's going down the leaderboard and who's skyrocketing up with these leaderboards. Oh my God,
right.
Baka, triple digits.
We're going to go downstairs. We're going to hold Baka's arms. We're going to see if he can play with his chin. I don't know what we can do.
No, we got to put a blindfold on him.
Yeah,
I think that's easier. Or break his hand.
I think
no, just kidding.
He gets
joking.
like 3 eliminations with no eyes, honestly. Beautiful stuff. 106 points in first place. The closest player to him has to win 4 times in a row or get 20 kills next round. It's just beautiful to see.
That's insane.
We don't got to talk about Baka anymore. He's going to take his crown. But what we do have to talk about is the remainder of these players. I mean, Kazu coming off a hot second place, or first place, right? Off a second round. So definitely look for Kazu to shoot up the leaderboard. He's done it the entirety of this. Zafu sitting at 10th, tied for 9th. Look for him to lock in. I might need a break just to go talk to him.
I mean, Quantize right now there with 65 points, 14-point difference. Numbers are hard.
Yeah, I know.
Between themselves and Juby. So that's a great lead, but that can be trimmed down in just one round, going into round number 4. So don't get too comfortable. Just because you're Quantized and you're able to say, hey, you know what, 14 points, I don't really have to do as much. Remember, we've seen those kind of leads get decimated in a single round, especially if you have a bad round. We can see Quantized dropping a lot of spots, but Juby there in 3rd place. Kazu in 4th.
Massive shout out to the Valhallan kids today. We got, I mean, they might be grown adults, but who knows? Hey, you're never too old to eat a Happy Meal. But look, 3rd, Juby, 5th, Leviathan, 8th, Dabby Good. All these players we're playing from Valhalla and we're finishing out of the top 10. Now we're seeing them in the top 10. It's a beautiful thing to see.
And then we're seeing Zafu right there at that cutoff, 38 points. And then you saw 37,
Look for him to
34,
turn
32.
up. He does not want to leave without money. Look
No.
for Zafu to turn up here.
Yeah, and honestly, they're kind of gatekeeping that 38 points along with Sanzin right there. So being able to see these two competitors really on the exit room floor going into these last 2 rounds, you got to think that they are, like you said, going to get more desperate, going to be having to get that delusional confidence, as you say, and try and work their way into these builds.
Hunt Dog on the precipice as well, has a good round last round, but needs to keep it up if he wants to finish in that top 10.
You know what you need to keep it up?
A little.
It's some food and beverages.
Yep.
Remember, the food here, phenomenal. If you haven't already, get some wings. We did actually, wow, it's been a while. We did one of the spicy wing challenge during Speedway, one of these
Wait, did you put it
months.
on the wings here?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
it was
so they
all
went
over.
down like easy.
What?
They.
It went down easy.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you did it on the delicious wings here.
yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, no, that was hot. So if you want a challenge, definitely get the spicy wings here, get the hottest one, and you will not be feeling your tongue. But it actually is delicious. I wanted to eat more, but then I was like, you know what? It's time to tap out. I love spicy foods, don't get me wrong, but man, if you want a challenge and you like spicy, I'm just saying. But yeah, get some food and beverages. Check it all out. They are actually really, really good. All of the items here we get from next door, so it's phenomenal. Really great food.
One of the best things about this tournament is the fact that, you know, mom and dad got to bring you down here, but when they get down here, there's full bar stock, there's full possibilities of eatery. We can have cheeseburgers, we can eat whatever we want. It's a lot of finger foods, so, you know, don't want to get the keys too sticky. But yeah,
If you do, there's a restroom. Ask where it is.
bottom line, it's top-notch food.
It is.
At the end of the day. And
It is.
It's not no gamer food. It's not, Mom, where's the meatloaf? So
No, it is not. It's not the cold
might have
meatloaf special, but
we might have meatloaf. Anything I've ever asked for, I've just received here. So.
hey, can I get that filet mignon? And then Mike goes, absolutely, man, right here. We got it, right in the bag.
Right, yeah, and then I, yep.
Yep.
And then I sure do get it.
I sure do. But no, check it out. Ask the waiter. They're going to be running around, walking around. Ask, get a food, get a beverage, or whatever.
Mike and David, two of the nicest guys. Very easy.
Best bartenders I've actually ever had.
Easily talked to. A very easy barrier of entry with those two. And they're both so knowledgeable about video games. We love having them on staff.
Yeah, they're amazing. Truly, every single time I get here, I get here early.
Dude, they get mad at me. They're like, why don't you hang out with us at the bar? Pidgey hangs out with us at the bar all the time. I'm
Hey, why are you walking around? Come on, they're
I'm just
cool.
trying to talk to the players, man. But no,
but-
yeah, those are two of the coolest guys, man.
But yeah, the players
Both
are
from
what...
the north side, by the way. North side of Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Two more goats from the north side.
Hey, I just got over to Henderson. We'll be up there eventually. No, honestly. The players here, though, they're bringing it. They're getting ready, and we're getting started. Round number 4.
Look at those cats.
Those are nice. Some bamboo.
Meow.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I was like, what are you talking about? I was looking at the lions up top.
Wait, are they gargoyles or are they cats?
They're cats.
Are they cat goyles?
Cat goyles?
Well, you can't say that.
What?
All right.
There are some in Fortnite, but, you know.
There they are.
There they are. Okay, we're getting ready for round number 4. We're going to be getting started and seeing where these players are going to drop.
Look at
Hopefully,
it.
named locations. There's only 38 people in this lobby, so it's not like a normal Fortnite lobby where you think everywhere you're going to go is going to be contested.
Yeah,
if there's
that's
a name on it,
true.
you have to think, hey, if I have to fight 1 or 2 people, it's better to do it now because 1, no one really has mats. 2, you're going to be able to rely on your accuracy more. And 3, we got some root beer at the bar if you want to grab some or grab away at a root beer.
I might have to go grab one of those. But
Root
yeah,
beer.
it does seem like Cruz is trying to get just a nice landing here. He is seeing an awfully amount of people. Cruz, one of those players, live into that top 15, top 10 throughout the day. Baca, all gold everything, all gold in his socks, all gold in his ring.
Got the gold skin going into the gold mines, into the gold arena, going to try and find the gold for themselves, grabbing the gold cashier,
You know he
and
wants
grabbing
the
the gold
mythic.
headsets.
Yeah, you know he wants the mythic.
You already know. That's
Shout out
always
HyperX
there.
Arena, those are gold headsets.
There you go. But yeah, no, honestly, when it comes down to it, the vaults, those underground areas, grabbing that gold, because every single one of those chests you saw 150 gold, being able to go to... Oh, and we're going to be missing a lot here, Nick.
Yeah, I mean,
Aaron Cow eliminated Kazu early, and that's what we're talking about. Why you want to always take these fights right when you drop on the ground floor, because you don't know who you taking back out to the lobby screen.
Could be Baka, could be Kazu, could be Zafu. Usually in the top 10, gone a little too early. Pretty insane stuff here going on board here with Basketball Kid, who is my GOAT, if you will.
Truly a GOAT of all time.
I don't even know if he knows how to swim in real life, but he's out here in Fortnite.
There we go.
He's in 5th grade.
You know how to swim?
Good?
Good. That's all that matters. Is there like a way to swim bad?
Yes.
Really?
Doggy paddle.
I feel like that just takes more effort.
Yeah, it sure does. That utilizes your core.
But we're going to be seeing Moon X being able to grab a nice purple, one of my favorite colors, and it's a very nice combination, wombination, and they're going to be able to have that lasered in case they need a vault to break into. If you didn't know, many of these items make it a little bit easier. Even if you have a pickaxe, you'll be able to make it go faster, but the laser is just really fun, really nice. Shreds the AI as well, so if you need anything to make your life easier. And the pump and dump, no one been using it. No one been using it. I've been loving it, but what do I know? What do I know?
What is that? We haven't seen it all day.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We only get the tactical, we get the sentinel, but we don't get the pump and dump.
Wow. 21, Moon X trying to put in, gets into the build pretty easily, but not without a fight. Keith Towers goes down, and Moon X is going to reap the rewards. Didn't take too many scratches there on the Navi.
And Moon X popping the big
names,
shield to just...
Navi?
Yeah, Navi. I was like, they stole another thing from Legend of Zelda? What?
That whole thing's man.
Yeah, the only thing
James
that isn't
Cameron.
stolen is the originality of how good the CGI looks. That's all I'm saying. They put some work into
Shout out
those.
Weta Digital for all my... As Hunter gets another kill. Like I said, he's going to have to bring it in these next 2 rounds. And he starts out with an elimination. That's a good start for him. Zafu playing a little bit more sneaky here. Opting to play slow. He doesn't know who this player might be, so he's giving him the respect. But he's going to break in.
Zafu trying to break down these walls. Unfortunately, they have to go a little
at
bit
this
more of an
Eddie.
unorthodox style.
That's a sick edit, bro.
Ooh, a
Double
little bit
ramp.
of a... Yeah. Zafu going around these corners, going to be able to break into a nice little facility there. Got that pool table. What are you hitting in? The 8-ball?
Yeah, I'm hitting the 8-ball and scratching.
Let's see. Will Zafu scratch and end their game here? They're currently trying to play it a little bit safe. They know that they have that twin fire shotgun, so they're going to be able to land those shots a little bit faster, but Zafu's going to be able to do more damage with their Sentinel shotgun in hand. We'll see. Going around these corners and going away from this fight. Really interesting move here, especially with how we know Zafu is more confident than a lot of these competitors to run away from this fight for the time being. Interesting move. And they're going to swap to that twin fire as well, trying to even the playing field between themselves in this build battle.
Has the high ground for now, but ESL Fort probably giving him more work than he wanted here. Does kind of back out of this fight.
Interesting move once again. Zafu
He's
saying,
just looking for mats.
yeah, that's fair. You know
Wow, ESL Fort 65 though, going to go ahead and grab that high ground as Zafu brings out the dust. Once again, he doesn't even need the shields or the heals from that. This is a hard fight fought, but at the end of the day, Zafu is gonna come out the victor. And yeah, you can see the confidence there, but it starts to waver mid-fight, and that can be scary.
It really can be. And when you're going against that twin fire, it really only takes 1 or 2 shots before you start quickening your boots and you start shivering, because that shotgun, I don't know what they've done to it, but it's a lot better than it once was, and it actually does a lot of damage. You're putting out a lot of work there too. But Hunter, once again, gonna be able to grab another elimination. They're at 2 for this round so far.
Yeah, you're sitting in that little pocket on the leaderboard where you gotta
Pocket?
Yeah,
Cool.
where you gotta put up or shut up, and it does seem like Hunter comes into round 4 with his tryhard boots on, looking for Wavy Nada to try to turn up here. Does that say infinite?
Does that say infinite? That did.
Did he have infinite money?
Is he hacking?
Is he hacking?
And Happy Cookies here going to fall down because that's what I'm doing when I'm looking at what loot they have right now. But hopefully that
Yeah.
Sprite's going to serve them up something really good because they don't even have ammo. They don't got heals.
Aaron the Cow kills Dinkus as well. Talk to Dinkus on the way in. He's a strong competitor, but has been going at it all day. Been out at the pools.
They have DPG, one of the GOATs here today, the father-son duo. Fortunately, hasn't found one just yet, but
Yo,
they're
but
still...
he got the OG skins, bro.
They do.
Bro liked Fortnite when it was cool, and then showed his son Fortnite, and that's just a beautiful thing. If
It
you
really
ask
is.
me.
And where else can you actually have a Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, where
Show
you're
me
able to
another
show
place
up?
that you can have this much fun with your dad, and I'll give you $1 million.
I couldn't think of one. I really couldn't.
This is the place, man.
It's really, really nice. And it's something that a lot of people haven't had the time or experience to have their dad there and be able to play in a whole tournament together and really enjoy themselves when they are here. But who's not enjoying themselves is Dabby Good, who honestly has now 2 sights set on them. But Stanton running in, taking down arena account number 54, Sabrina.
You're going to have to taste me when I'm missing you. Beautiful stuff there from the Sabrina skin. Sansin stepping in and doing our Sabrina impressions. Thank God for him.
You know what? Sabrina Carpenter. It's in the name. They know those builds.
Oh, I see what you did there.
They know those builds. It's like the back of their hand. It's like their last name or something. But Cruz trying to put down some damage onto that mountain. But
I
unfortunately,
wonder that's why they hit her up.
last name Carpenter.
You know,
hey.
I don't think family friendly is like her thing. So
I mean, there's a lot of not family friendly things in this game. I mean, there's invincible skins in this game. I think they've gone away from thinking Mortal Kombat's in this game, Nick. Come on.
You're right.
I was thinking
I mean,
that too.
there's guns in this game.
Futurama is in this game now.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I don't think they ever wanted this to be a kid's game, but
Oh,
the
man.
next generation has taken it from us, utilizing all of their abilities, and it's a beautiful thing.
It really is. Being able to also HyperX Arena giving back every single tournament. You see, we talked about it, but Baka made a ton of money. Our top competitors in Mario Kart making a ton of money here. They come down every week to do it, and they do it so well. And all it takes is a little bit of practice to be able to be confident, come down here and think, you know what, I've done this at home, I've played this, I've been in this situation, and just be confident throughout every single situation you're in.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you're saying, oh my God, this guy doesn't look like he can shoot, and I can shoot better, get on down to the HyperX Arena inside the Luxor and prove it.
Do it, because these competitors don't have mercy on you.
Yeah.
No matter how good or bad you are, they will come for you and try and grab that elimination. But
They
it's
don't
up
care
to
what
you.
skin you're wearing, they're going for headshots.
They do not care, but it's up to you to be able to change that story up.
Yeah,
But
change the narrative here at HyperX Arena for sure.
honestly, it's kind of shocking. No one really likes that double shot shotgun. I understand it's only got 2 shots, but that's all you need.
Yeah.
2 shots to make it glow.
We saw some of, you only need 1 if you're busting into the build on Zafu. That was crazy. That bro's deleted health quicker than I've ever seen.
And now Dobby Good. We're hunting Wabbits out
Yeah,
here.
it's wabbit hunting season for the Canadian.
And now we're going to be seeing them trying to scope in, looking right under their little wooden fortress.
He's looking right under there. The beans, the tuna.
Leo donated 100, is now seeing their health at 100. They're going to have to pop these shields and get themselves back up to full. Really great loadout so far, and they're going to be able to pop down another smoke, and that smoke only heals yourself. So if you throw that down, you don't have to worry. That's what we saw at the beginning
You have
of
to realize
this round.
too, I think how we saw Zafu utilize it, it's a little bit of a smoke action.
Exactly.
So you're stopping them from seeing where you exactly are in that build. So as Baka takes down another Valhallan,
Leo going to now play it a little bit safe. We're seeing a little bit of a slower round this time around.
Sean!
But Leo
Sean
going
is
down.
no longer the turtle of the gang. He has become reptile. Come on, give it to me.
The Komodo dragon that
Thank
we've been
you.
waiting for him to
Yes.
evolve
He
into.
strikes first as well, but on looking is Cruz, trying to ruin his tournament in round 4.
Will they be able to do it, though? They're going around this mountain. They're currently scoping. Are they lost themselves? I don't think they realize where they went. Oh.
They might be trying to, listen for sounds here, but he does catch Sean in the corner of his eye. It's not going to be there for long. The crouched maneuver is not going their way.
Wow. I really thought they were doing that to try and catch them off guard, but right now they're just trying to keep themselves hidden. A little bit of a cloak of invisibility, and by I mean cloak, I mean crouch of invisibility. DPG, though, going to be able to get that gold Midas touch and run a little bit faster.
Was that a golden llama?
That was. It got a little bit of a good loot. I've gotten it a couple times. Really hasn't done much for me, but if you need some heals and shields, it will supply that
Little
much.
luck for Basketball Kid's dad there.
Leviathan, though, going to now take on this 1v1, talking about
Instantly breaking the builds with the bat, and Basketball Kid is not ready. He says, I'm not Baseball Kid. Yes, off the cliff, doesn't matter, stays alive.
just 10 HP in a dream. They have the time. They have the opportunity to actually heal themselves back up, but will they do it? Oh, what a shot! Will they be able to pull it out? No, they get taken at the last second!
Heal up. The adrenaline coursing through his veins here. Doesn't have time to heal, and Basketball Kid.
Sabrina, come on!
That was probably the rudest thing we've seen in a while. Steals Basketball Kid's kill. If he wasn't wearing the Sabrina skin, I'd have words with that guy, but he already gave me what I wanted.
That is crazy, though.
Yeah.
Really, I gotta give 1,000% props to Basketball Kid. Absolutely outmaneuvering, was getting contested with the baseball bat. Smack,
One
smack,
shot
smack.
away, shotgun shot after shotgun, literally 1 health left, and
Was
stolen
almost,
from his
they
hands.
had it lined up. The
I'm gonna go
crosshairs were on
tell
him.
I'm gonna go tell production to give him 10 points. I don't care.
Do it. Run out there right now.
I
10
don't
points
care.
to Basketball
I'm outta
Kid.
here. 10 points to Basketball Kid.
It's like the Harry
5
Potter
points
rules.
to Gryffindor.
It's like the Harry Potter rules. Who really, what gets them points? It doesn't matter.
5 points to Gryffindor, 10 points to Basketball Kid.
Crews trying to find their own points. They only got 2 in this round so far. Sliding their way. Sliding fast. Working down to the med kit.
Right.
Zafu dropping down into this build battle as well.
Two homies here. Zafu versus 50 Cal Hunter. 50 Cal Hunter on a bit of a tear through the tournament. You know he does not want to give up just yet. This is the round for him to pop off. Can Zafu make a shot in the dark at him? Hunter takes a shot at him. He's going to heal up for it, though. And now some people starting to notice this fight. Zafu's going to take the high road and go the pacifist route. Might be swiveling around.
And you're seeing that speed with that. You got those splashes, you got that baseball bat, you see that speed coming out and able to just let you escape without a scrape when you have all of that being utilized for your movement. DPG, though, gonna try and jump on top, but the third party is
trying to get
coming
the
out.
get back for his son, and Sabrina is better than all, unfortunately. Gotta buy your son the skins, and then maybe you'll get the wins.
Baka, though, gonna be able to take down Cruz. We saw them kind of scoping around, sneaking around, but they were not able to sneak good enough for Baka. They've got that sixth sense. If you've seen solo leveling, they were really they're the Beru, taking down all the S ranks. But we have Sansa trying to take down some walls and push their whole lead even more. They've got 5 eliminations, trying to make it 6.
Yeah, trying to push the advantage here from Hunter. Gets into his build pretty easily here, but the walls start to come up. The metal walls hard to get through, so he's gonna try to take high ground. Sazin breaking through to the other side. Breaks that top of that roof. This is something that we see Baka have no problem with, but Hunter lacing a shot through. Easily does it.
That was a great opportunity, too. They waited for them to break their own rooftop, and then they had their pickaxe out, but Hunter had their shotgun out, able to trim up that
And
damage.
Sazin says, listen, I can tell that you got that dog in you. I'm going to take a walk.
Yeah, Sazin, unfortunately, not going to find the mark there to put up even more eliminations. But Happy Cookies, you know what? You're making me happy because that's the pump and dump with the sprites, with the Sub-Zero gloves, everything I like to see utilized because a little bit of a for-fun player over here for myself when it comes to everything.
Is that a mode in Fortnite for fun?
No.
They just let you kill people?
That's the TDM matches there, you know, in those custom game modes.
Yeah.
But
I don't get invited to those.
Mystic on the screen, going to also have those gloves, but not really utilizing them for that movement. I don't know how great they actually are. I've tried to use them a few times, gotten eliminated while trying to use them, so might be better to just replace those gloves with something else. But Aaron at
Kazu
trying to not get grilled up here today as they are dropping down the side of the mountain. They're saying, please do not make me move even further away. Pops those flashes, running around these corners, takes a little bit of damage, but Sazen is not backing down. Sabrina Carpenter is taking so many names here today. Baka taking down Sean at 5.
Number 1 hits and the number 1 on the board right now. Baka with 5, however. It's crazy to see. You could just hear Kazu's thoughts. Come on, kill this cow guy. Get him out of here.
Yeah, and honestly, Sazen being at 6 eliminations, Baka at 5, if this wasn't a 106-point performance from Baka so far, we would be seeing definitely a whole different ball game going on right now. But Hunter seeing another victim potentially. They're at 3 right now, doing a great job trying to keep their spot on the leaderboard as they go back into the storm for some reason, somehow. Don't know why they took the chip damage, but strategies are being used.
Hey, strats are strats, man.
Strat of all time of running back in the storm and then running back out.
And then not healing. That's a one I never seen too.
No, we've seen that all the time, Nick. Come on, they've had 15 big splashes and they won't use them.
Baka using that confidence, being the big man on the field right now. Everybody's scared of him. Nobody wants to fight him, but everybody has to at some point. That'd be good. It just gets absolutely laced from afar, and he is going to have a hard time healing because Baka is in his build.
You saw him floating in the air and landed 6 shots in the...
Sazen versus Baka.
The 2 top dogs in the lobby are now going at it.
Going at it for top 10.
They're going to be able to find themselves. Sazen is just absolutely shredding these walls.
He can smell the blood in the water. He thought Baka might have been low, but some players shooting at the Sabrina Carpenter skin. You know you're not supposed to do that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that is not nice. Little did we know, though, Sazen's not playing nice. They're going to be trying their way to take down the one, the only Baka.
He pulled up with speed.
That was insane, but now they're going to back off.
You can't even run that fast in a dress, bro.
No, you can't.
He was moving.
That was crazy, and that's what I'm saying. The combination, combo wombo, Taco Bell Pizza Hut combination.
Baka still upset at Sazen for pulling up that quickly, and he's going to pull up quick to retrieve it.
And then Sazen just finds someone lurking in the storm and says, you know what, I'll pick up 1 to go.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you
was
very
even getting
much.
shot by Baka there, so it really is the fight of the century at the moment. The Sprite, the splashes, they're all going to heal him up, but guess who's waiting in the wing? He's going to have to make some of the smartest moves that have ever been made if he wants to take this 7 and turn it to an 8 on the elimination board, because Baka is lurking. Look at the shot from Baka. He is locked on. That is keyboard and mouse aim right there.
Oh, and Baka's going to get contested, which is just going to allow Sazen to get a little bit away from that situation. They were stuck, but now they're back in it.
Now he's got to fight Baka.
No, it spoke too soon.
He's got to fight Baka a little bit lower at health than he'd like. There is some onlookers. That's a great shotgun shot. Sazen pulled up in pajama pants, but is trying to make Baka say night-night.
That is crazy. The non-stop action. They
Double chug, 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 chug.
They're both trying to pull up and get back up to top health, and they will. It's going to be almost an even match.
Top health, though. That might be the difference here in this fight.
We'll see. Sazen trying to reposition themselves, put them into a better spot in this fight, but Baka currently, you know what, Sazen's done a great job.
Oh my God,
Sazen's
really still trying to get eliminations, and Baka staying on his tail.
Man, they are managing 15,000 different things going on at the same time and somehow still surviving.
Head on a swivel, too.
How much longer will they be able to pull this off is the question. You're seeing all their resources being drained into the 7th circle. They don't have much to put them back up to 100 health. So are they going to be able to survive? Was this worth it? Was this 1v1 feud the thing you were aiming for this whole time?
He had no choice. He shouldn't have pulled up so quick on Baka. He's going to take that personally. Baka got the Jordan shirt on as well, trying to take some shots in, and Sazen just wants this elimination to be his. He knows that he's going to have to continue to get more and more kills, but Baka is honestly final. He doesn't have to do too much in this battle to make the game his. He could literally probably take his hands off the controller, even though he has keyboard and mouse.
Hey, Sazen gonna be able to grab those heals and shields. That is actually a great map awareness for them to just be able to go down into that lower section of the map and grab even more. But Baka really backed against the wall. They don't have much. The only thing that they have is their confidence at this point, because what their loot is looking like is rough and tough and not good, because now they're just playing for placements at this point.
Absolutely. He's a great place to be, though, is just a confident cat. Baka laces the shotgun shot and gets the second one.
I lied to
through.
you. I said they're playing for placement. No, they're
Here
playing
comes
for
the
elimination. As we're going to be seeing Broski going down to Hunter. All of these big names just really going for in this fourth round.
Just ripping. Zafu staying alive as well. Trying to keep. Oh, that pistol looking nice through it, too.
I love that pistol.
Golden pistol. Just getting shots where you can and doing it with silence. Real G's moving silence like lasagna, and Zafu is doing his damnedest to not be seen in this final top 5, top 10.
And honestly, Zafu is probably the only one that's looking in the best situation right now, especially with how many...
goes down to Hunter!
Oh, Hunter might be looking for the Victory Royale crown to put it on their head and take over the throne, as Baka gonna jump down, try and find any sort of heals they can.
Oh my gosh, he
and
finds
they
the splashes, so crazy, and he's just jumping from build to build like the house cat that the skin is. Baka at the top, like we always see him, top of the leaderboard, top of the map. Zafu chilling by the wayside, trying to look for the rotation. Hunter down but not out. Juby trying to probably steal the heals there. Moon is gonna start to rotate around by Zafu. Quantai is looking for a way to mess up Baka's road here. Baka wants to get active, it seems. We'll see. The rotation.
And honestly, they're doing what Baka does best, just going up to that high ground, but everyone else stuck on the floor trying to tunnel through and find each other in these builds. We got Twantai's 0 eliminations. They're in second place right now, but like I said before, they could lose their second place spot to someone like Hunter or someone else. That spot is not locked in this fourth round. Baka jumping up and able to control the high ground still for this point. Going into the 10th storm, there's still 6 players left in this round. So many shots are coming out. Juby taking a lot of damage, but they throw down that med mist, and they're going to be able to at least heal themselves up.
That is some round-ending shots for Juby, though, as he has to get into the zone quickly, and the zone is moving ever so randomly as Baka comes in and hears the call of the wild, takes down Juby.
Baka, who is on death's door now, is playing with the utmost confidence, saw how low they were, knew they cracked their shield, so they jumped down, had the shotgun ready, eliminated them. Quantai is trying to tunnel their way through and keeping safe on the edge of this circle. We got Zafu popping down that med mist, but they're stuck in this storm.
Nobody is safe. Baka has laced 50 shield from each of the competitors except Zafu, and he's on a late rotation.
We're going to be seeing Baka throw down those staircases so that they're going to be able to land. No fall damage to be found here. They're going to be able to jump down edge of the storm. We currently see Zafu and Hunter and Moonex all low. No resources, no opportunity. Quantai is finding their first of this round. Hunter going down to Zafu, grabbing their second elimination of this game. But now top 3 situation.
But he might be stealing the game here. Yeah, game gets stolen from him. Quantai moves in and takes down Zafu, who got a little greedy on the loot. That's a 4th place finish, or 3rd place finish.
I was counting out Quantai's way too soon. They are currently running through, tunneling, grabbing tons of eliminations. 2 for their name. Didn't find any this entire round, but now they're clutching up. 1v1 situation. Baka v Quantai. They're going to be seeing Baka in the rooftops, in the sky. Both of them going for the jump shots on the shotguns, missing, but they're still surviving. Quantai able to just at least put down some sort of protection from Baka's rain of fire. Quantai is going to be in a really good spot, going for that baseball bat. Maneuverability, taking a little bit of damage, no trade there.
Shotgun shots laced straight through the build there for Baka, and now it's all coming down to this 1v1 situation, your normal build battle. He's gonna try to edit the floor to drop down Quantai's here as he knows the moves to get rid of the high ground. Quantai's goes for a huge lead. The base, and there it is!
Quantai's clutches it all up at the very last minute.
That's what it's all about, baby. Quantai's with the confidence. goes for a leap of faith, and it all pays off. He gets the kill and the extra 10 points for first place. And yeah, might need a Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm lightheaded. I'm lightheaded from that one, Nick. I'm not even going to lie to you. Quantize counted him out. 0 elimination. Said, you know what? They haven't done anything this round. But what they did and what they were going to do is clutch up, showdown, and show up and grab that Victory Royale crown and say, hey, guess what, Baka? Boom, it looking better on me today.
Yeah, you know
that's them on the screen right now.
At the end of the day, that is Baka's, confidence coming out, and that can be a problem. This guy looking stressed right here. That is tough.
Bro, my heart's racing right now.
You're telling me I got a heart beating as well, but that red blood cells, white blood cells all go into your head. You just defeated Baka, who has been on a tear. So regardless of
I want a replay. I want a replay.
Hey, mirror broke. But listen, we're going to get it back, trust.
That's so sad.
Here's the thing, though. Quantize, at the end of the day, the guy that got first, you could say you killed him in a 1v1. You know what I mean?
It doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't get better than that. You can come back next week and say, with the confidence, I can do this.
Yeah, and that's all it was. I really think they just tunneled in, they zoned in, they locked in, and Quantize was able to grab these easy pick'ems like you talked about. That's one of the best spots to be is on the ground because that's where you're going to find these eliminations and just go boom, 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 boom. And then they had to fight, they had to maneuver.
I was going to say, that fight was not
They were
one-sided.
on the losing side of that fight. They got shot first from Baka and still won.
To put Baka in a position where he's not on the high ground means that Quantize did the right things to put him in that position and then just made one leap of faith, one good shotgun shot, and then hits his headshots. Beautiful stuff, looking like Neo from the Matrix out there.
It doesn't get better than that. That's absolute peak cinema to see some of these underdogs. Granted, I mean, Quantize being in second place
He's on
not
the board
really,
too, yeah.
really not an underdog, but what had the dog in him for that final 1v1. Beautiful work, and overall, what a showcase, because it was a slower round than what we're used to. We even had 6 people left in the 10th storm.
I know I bring this up every time, but I think the only way that these tournaments get mixed up a little bit more is why don't you do
okay, all right, I got you. We're bringing it in. We gotta talk to him. We gotta know in the mentality of the person who took down the champion. Guess what? We got Quantize in the booth right now. Tell us what went through your mind in that final 1v1, man.
All I did was just, like, during the moving zones, I just decided to tarp. And then I saw...
Well, explain tarp for people who don't know.
Basically just, like, placing boxes, like, over and over. So, like, tunneling almost. And I was just tarping, and I saw a free kill, so I just decided to go for that, and then...
Boom. You're calling Baka a free kill?
Yeah, was he the superhero?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a free kill, yeah. He was in wood, and he was in my box, so I just decided to just one-pop him.
No, that's fair. That's fair. No. I think that was actually Zafu. That was Zafu in the superhero skin. But, no, honestly, when you're going against, like, you had that situation. We saw it. You were down 50 HP. Baka got the first shot on you.
Yeah.
So you didn't back down. You didn't give up. But what was your mental? What did you think when you were stuck in the final box with Baka? What, like, literally, just you're hoping and praying. What was going on?
I was just hoping and praying, just like spray and pray, just hope I can just get the kill.
Yes, and that's what you did. It was absolute cinema. Tell us a little bit, because you're in second place right now, right? So you're really doing work. What can these competitors do at home to really get to your level where actually you're taking a lot of names? What do you do when you go home? What's your practice routine?
First, like, when I get on, I play 1v1s to warm up.
There you go.
And then, like, after, like, maybe an hour of that, I play, like, public.
There you go.
Of it, and play, like, first to 5, a couple people, then play some ranked and scrims. And
there you go. You think rank's better than actually playing OG? Or playing, like, ranked is better than just playing open lobbies?
Yeah, because, like, ranked, you're going to have, like, way better players.
There you go.
So.
There you go. That's the way to do it. Honestly, and with this final question, I just have to ask, going into this final round, what is your strategy? What is your what do you do when you first drop? Because I say that's when it all starts. You got to make your moment happen in the season. What is your first moments? What do you do? Don't give too much information so they know, but what do you do?
Just play placement and win the game.
There you go.
That's it.
Play placement, win the game. That's all you got to do. You heard it here first. Do you have any shout-outs, any people you want to say hello to before we move on to this final round?
I just want to like shout out my mom and my dad
Aw.
because they've supported me like since like the beginning. I've been playing comp and all that stuff.
That's
I
awesome.
appreciate them.
That's
Giving me-
awesome. We appreciate you coming out week after week. Truly, you're absolutely amazing to watch, and to see you win that round, seeing the pop off, it was absolutely amazing. So we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out, and I'm looking forward to seeing another victory royale on this
Yep.
final round. You better do it.
Yep.
You better do it. All right, give a round of applause, everyone. Come on, that's Quantize doing what they do best and coming out and competing against the very best. Really great stuff. And now we're welcoming back No Meta Nick. What is the no meta take there? What you've learned from Quantize?
You forgot to ask him why he likes HyperX Arena so
Oh,
much.
you're so true. You're so true. But we already know why. Come
Yeah,
on.
me too.
Do we need to be told it again?
Best place to eat, best place to get a drink, best place to hang out with your parents,
Best bartenders.
best bartenders,
Best staff.
best production,
Best production. We're at 6 now, maybe
Yeah.
7. I mean, the
best
list goes on.
computers, in
Best
town,
computers. You can't go
best
to a
chairs,
best headphones.
best best headphones.
Like,
HyperX,
like what? How much better can it truly get? Best screens,
biggest screens,
biggest screens. Come on. Okay, now we do have scores.
biggest
though.
scores,
Biggest scores. We got. Oh my goodness.
137. I think that you need to
Isn't
take.
that like Wilt Chamberlain's highest score ever in the NBA?
That's 37 points more than Wilt Chamberlain. That is amazing. Quantize knocking at the door of 100 with 93. Hunt Dog with 69. I told you, look for Hunt Dog to pop off. He does an amazing job in round 4, moving up the leaderboard. Zafu as well, getting his points where he could.
That's crazy.
He did a great job of finishing in that top 10, and Kazu really had a rough one, but still sitting in 8th place. He could pop
Ooh.
off in this final round and show up.
Show up and showdown is what we're here to see. All these underdogs, all these people who are on the cutting room floor. But granted, that
Valhalla
cutting room floor.
Juby has just taken his good first round and continued to just press the issue. And you see him down there in 4th. I have to think if he has a bad round that some of the players could maybe get into that 66 mark. But he's going to have a terrible round, and we just haven't seen it from him.
I mean, like I was saying before, though, one terrible round might allow a lot of these other
Yeah.
competitors on that 44, 44,
Eli
43,
X, yeah,
41.
someone who's been doing great, who's sitting on stage, who wants that screen time. Moon X, who doesn't want to be at 11th, but he is going into the final round. Look for him to turn up in this one. Sean, same amount of points, really wants to move into this top 10. Look for Sean to finish in that top 10 as well.
Yeah, I am excited to see how this one's going to round out, but I can pretty much...
Meki Noah, somehow top 15.
There we go.
Had
I
an
mean,
amazing first round.
They
and
did.
Totally having a good last round and end with some money here.
I mean, hopefully we'll see what happens going into that top 15, top 10, get paid out. You got to think, what can I do? And what we heard, Quantize, go for placement. Then the other side, Baka, go for those confidence points. Go for those eliminations. You will be seeing that, but we are ready. We are
Ladies and
getting
gentlemen.
started. This is it for all the marbles. We are getting ready for the final round of Friday Frags. After being gone for a month, how have you thought these competitors have brought it to
Everybody
you today?
looks way more practiced. I mean, down to Basketball Kid looking better and better. Quantize, I feel like, was a top 10 to top 5 competitor. Now sitting at 2nd place, looking confident. Comfortably getting an interview, doing his thing, sitting in the jersey, and it fits him nicely. So beautiful stuff from Quantize. Everybody just looks beautiful. I want to see Zafu just kind of get out here and do his thing as he always does. But Hunt Dog needs to keep that fire, keep that dog in him.
Yeah, we gotta keep that dog in us if we're gonna be able to bark, bark, woof, woof our way down into the lone wolf
Who do you got
lair.
winning?
That's
Who
the
do you got
question.
getting 2nd place? That's the easiest question I've ever asked. you.
Okay, well, 3rd, potentially, we'll see Baka there probably. But no, I really couldn't say, but we know Quantai is in Baka right now.
Feeling confident.
Feeling confident in that first and second place spot. I think after that win with that little bit of lead that they have, I don't think many competitors are going to be able to contest with that. But in that third place spot, there's so many players, it's literally neck and neck. And it's a lot of money to take that difference, right? There's either a Switch 1 game or a Switch 2 game on the line when it comes down to that 9th to 10th place spot.
Absolutely.
So you got to work your way up. Either way, top 10, you double your money if you come out here. So you can't complain about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final game of Fortnite Frags, featuring Fortnite, featuring Frags, featuring Friday Night, is coming to your way right now. And we got on board with Meki Noah, who needs to put on a good amount of points if he wants to get into that top spot. Root Beer already taking some shots in the Sub-Zero. Don't want to ice out his chances here. Aaron the Cow, once again, Aaron the Cow playing so good off the rip. And whose dead body is on his back? Oh, trying to rat him out. Cruz trying to rat him out.
Oh, a little bit of a possum. Well, we have the Exterminator waiting on standby, running around, trying to just skirt their way into another spot. Grab some mats, trying to put down a wall to protect themselves. But Leo donated an Inferno Shark back to the lobby. That's going to be their final moments here today. But remember, we're going to have more tournaments coming up. I know we don't have one next week, but there should be one for the week after, hopefully. If not, check out the HyperX Arena Las Vegas website to know when the next tournament is. Practice, come back, and try again.
Absolutely.
Because we'd love to have you all back once again for this tournament. It happens almost every single week.
Yep, check the calendar there. You can see when the tournaments are coming your way. Right now, Cruz trying to put on his best first foot forward. Gonna try to get this kill, trying to speed up there. Sean taking down that Leviathan. Very hard to do, but somehow Sean finds a way to do it. Zafu sitting at 0, honestly not having the best return to our stage here, but still on that top 10. Just goes to show that it's not the player, you know. Yeah, you gotta love the game.
Gotta love the game. And Sean has been one of those players that have been kind of hit or miss when it comes down to it, right? Because you gotta think about these different situations they put themselves in. They've kind of had a rough go at it, but being able to at least consistently start this round is what we want to see. We currently now are...
DJ.
I was trying to figure out how I wanted to say this name.
DJ. Grinding it out. Grinding. He's trying to open up that window, but can't let out that antidote.
And that window might be the wall of sadness.
Baka takes down Pancake. Stop picking on the kids, Baka.
DPG running up the mountain, running up the hill.
Running up the mountain.
And trying to just find another great spot to loot. This might find themselves what they're looking for.
Sazin, who just had an out-of-body experience,
I
if you ask me.
don't know who took
Wait,
over.
he's got the jump on Baka. He chokes it. He shoots the rock. He's got some more shots on him. Honestly, Baka should go down. It would just be great for the storyline.
It really would. But they're going to be able to have some time, at least pop a little bit of these small shields. Hopefully that they have some standby, but it's not looking like it. They're not popping it.
Wow, he had the jump on him and he misses the rock. So insane. It's not like he knows it's Baka either. So it's not like the nerves got to him. He just misses the shot, but he brings down the whole hotel. Sabrina Carpenter, give me your number.
And now we're going to be seeing them trying to pop these small shields, getting themselves back up to 50, shooting down at the floor, trying their best to survive and put out as much damage as they can. As Baka able to refill their health bar and drain Sanzins. Unfortunate for them, they're going to be backing up against a wall and trying to work their way around. Beautiful shot.
Massive shot, but it's not without getting his get back. Both of them, one shot. Does have the heals, but wants to keep it confident here in the fight. And Baka not backing down.
Oh! We got it! Sanzin gonna be able to take down Baka in the very beginning of the game and do it freshly. Beautiful shots, beautiful builds, put it out 10 across the board.
Beautiful skin as well, just making Baka's 5th round short and sweet as Meki Noah is our next matchup. I don't think it's gonna get better than that. I mean, that was brewing from the 4th round. You know?
Was. Their fight continued. It was a storyline. It was the lore.
It was the lore.
The lore.
And you could see who was the true victor is gonna be the one in the dress. Game blouses.
Hey. That just goes to show you don't need the superhero skin.
No.
It was a cake
Don't need the sweat skin, baby.
Quantai said
All
it.
you need is Sabrina.
That's all I'm saying. Riv Doggy, though, going to be able to block their way up the top of this rooftop and just chill for the time being. They got the advantage. They got the field of view that they need, but they're going to be able to pop these shields and just wait for their victim to walk out from their own build.
Yeah, it's just been an amazing tournament today. If you're just joining us and you want to get to be a part of this beautiful tournament, all you gotta do is head on down to HyperX Arena, LasVegas.com. I know we said it 1,000 times, but it might just be our job. We appreciate everybody that came out today. Baka is out of the tournament. We're gonna take away all his points.
He gets minus 500 for losing before 30 rounds, before 30 people. That's what happens. Little bit did you know it was a hidden rule. Is actually in the font size 1 on the HyperX Arena. If your name is Baka and you lose before 30 players, you lose a 500 points.
Someone is going to complain. They are going to be mad. My son should have got first. It's probably going to be Quantai's mom.
All right.
Leo donated 100. Is going to have to donate some of those small shields to the bank of med kits because you got to get some heals in there. You can't just have small shields. Granted, pretty useful to have 11 small shields, but you want to have those med kits or those med mists on standby just in case you get into a situation where, hey, maybe I could have healed myself, but now I got too many shields. We're seeing the
another look at dad and son gaming here. But we have to jump on board with ESL Fort 54 versus what I believe is, a Valhalla and Riv Doggy, who is always in the chat. Gotta give him a shout out. Gotta give him a huge shout out. Always in the chat hanging out with us. Sanzin. Nice, beautiful skin. One of the best in the game. Breaks through the edit. Not scared to break through Keith's tower.
Might be getting a little
scared from an obtuse angle.
And now Sanzin going to have to reconsider this push as they don't have many resources on their side.
You don't want to utilize that other... Oh, drops into the build.
Never mind. They're not considering anything. They just heard him behind them and said, hey, guess what I got? I got a Midas assault rifle minigun with your name on it. Pops their last shield.
Oh my God, Keith has the epitome of chug.
And what's crazy?
That looks like me on a Saturday night, Pidgey. That is too much chug, but drops through the tower, and that is so smart, I believe, from that player. Yeah, from Sanzin, I believe he broke his build, and now he's gonna get away with barely anything. If he knew better, he'd go get all of Keith's healing, but...
Yeah, I don't think they even know how much healing they have. They're just like, all right, I'm trying to get out of
takes
dodge.
down a random Sanzin
Sanzin goes
who was
down!
running around. Yeah, I mean,
oh my God.
You have a lot of adrenaline after that Baka fight, and just picks a fight he can't win there. Kazu gonna...
They took the confidence comment to heart there.
Yeah.
Truly, every single person they heard.
I feel like everyone that heard that in the building was like, okay, this guy gets to go upstairs and talk to Pidgey, talk to Nick.
There you go.
Let me use my confidence.
I know, and Sanzin being one of the best competitors we've seen in a minute, honestly, in my opinion.
Dropped
that
8 in our game 3 or
new
game
competitor
4.
here, gonna be able to just show up and said, you know what, I'm dropping in, breaking down walls, not even taking anything. Only thing I'm taking is eliminations.
He pulled up in pajama shorts. That's how you know it's a real gamer.
You know what? You bring in your home to here.
Yeah.
You gotta be comfortable.
Keep it comfortable.
Exactly.
I get mad every time I have to wear regular clothes. So you guys only see my top half. It doesn't matter.
Oh, we're seeing DH going down to Hunt as we now see Aaron at Cow trying to find, maybe they'll like the new Mario Kart World game. There is a Cow character, just saying.
I saw the cow eat a burger and I was offended.
But this cow is trying to make their own burger happen, trying to work their way around and trap their victims, cook them up, grill them up, put them on the grill and close it. And they drop down, catches them with their pants down. What are they doing? Aaron at Cow grabbing that elimination.
Yep, turns them to roast beef, and Sean gonna take down Basketball Kid. Everyone that kills Basketball Kid today is getting a shiner from me.
That is not something you're going to be ready for either. Nick's got a good wind-up.
I got a good wind-up.
He's going to be like, get over here. And then, boom,
that's
you're
all
dead.
I got. I got a mean sucker punch, and then I'm out of there.
That's all you got, one move.
I got one move, sucker punch.
And then sprint.
And then sprint, yeah.
Throw down the truck splash. DPG currently in a really good spot. Don't know if their headphones backwards weren't tracking them through
It
this
happens.
build.
Happened to me the other day.
But Aaron at Cal, though, going to once again try and figure out what they need to do next.
All right, landing in, getting into zone, has to build, quickly builds. Nice job there from Aaron. Head on a swivel as well, ready for that fight. Has a big pot as well. We call it a fat pot, but that's mine.
Oh, trying to land some shots there. That, remember, I told you that assault rifle is still really good, but that AUG might be better. They're going to be able to pop a small shield, work their way up. That baseball bat maneuverability, that's what we're talking about here today. Cruz! The rack control is there. DPG grabbing that elimination. Aaron at Crew going to be able to pop these small shields, run their way around into the forest once again, trying to just not get shot as they try and relocate and get into the circle.
All right, Papa, we see you on the pest control. You know, if
They know probably a thing
you know
or
what I'm
two.
saying?
DPG, if y'all need someone to take down
Take out those rats in the house. Oh,
Hey.
Dad, he knows how to get rid of them.
Exterminator in the house today. Broski, though, might be seeing themselves get put down, but able to put up some walls to keep themselves safe for the time being. DPG also trying to work their way into the circle. See, that's right on the side. They could grab two.
Some shots going his way, too.
Oh, has to put up those walls, knows that they get stuck in that storm. They still have two heals,
yeah.
but not going to grab another Sprite, and they're
Hunter.
gonna get shot to the
Yeah.
side. Hunter taking down the one, the only DPG.
My problem is Hunter is sitting right next to him, bro, and he's probably going to swing on him.
No, he's not. No, he's not. All right, let's be calm out here.
Nah, Hunter looks like he can hold his own.
Can he?
Yeah. I mean, he's doing great in today's tournament, honestly. But yeah, I just looked behind me and I just saw Dad just go from looking at his screen to looking at Hunter's screen.
That's a great part. Man, I feel like that's what we're
sport, though,
missing.
DPNG. I mean, brings his kid out every week. Just the homie, if you ask me.
Truly. And we're going to be seeing Eli going against me in college. Every college is mean
Eli
if you think
needs
about
this,
it.
man.
Unless
Eli-
you're going to community college. Honestly, that is actually so clutch.
See
But
me on
we're
that.
going to be seeing Eli
No!
go down. That's why you got to go to school. You can't just be street smart. You got to be book smart. Me in college is taking that one.
That's crazy. I thought we decided it was collage.
Oh, you're right.
It's okay. You got to.
Making a collage out of... never
Yeah,
mind.
nailed
It's
it.
too late.
No, you nailed it.
Too late.
Hunter getting those full heals, trying to get into this next fight with a full shield possibility, but he's going to have to run for now. Looking on to Riv Doggy, who's sitting with no shields. Broski shooting in to the build, trying to get things just a little bit more in his favor as Zafu's going for a full heal here.
Zafu got that full heal. Med miss. It heals you
Wait,
so fast.
but bro is out in the boonies.
He is, you know, I
mean-
never agree with it, but
This
if-
is like the second time we've seen this strategy out
Yeah,
of some of these players.
I'm not a huge fan, but what do you think, Nick?
Well, hey, one tick is one thing, 4 ticks is another.
That is
I mean,
true.
You got to get in the zone for me. Plus, all the kills you're missing by just being out there. Nobody's out there.
Yeah, I don't think you work your way up the line. Granted, Zafu is one to clutch up in that top 10 situation. They love those situations. They love being in top 10, top 5,
Yeah.
and doing that work. But even then, when you're on this final round, if you're
Not
trying
so
to,
much today, but I do feel you there.
yeah, it just, he wants to try and wait it out, get to those placements, and hope and rely on that to get themselves up in the leaderboard. But hopefully they won't find themselves tunneled in and quantized at the end of this round.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a pun for quantize too, and I
Quantification.
yeah, I couldn't quantize it.
And Keith Towers trying to use the SMG from 500 meters away. Trust me, no matter how legendary it is,
Look at
you
this,
gotta grab these
randomly
assault rifles.
finds the golden llama. That's the second golden llama that we found on the day. He's healing up just fine. He knows
Is it gonna get him a med mist? It doesn't.
Nothing but
Oh,
bullets.
chug splashes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say nothing but bullets. They said get shooting, cuz.
Get your butt back in the circle.
Yeah,
What are you
for
doing
real.
here? Becky Noah grabbing that elimination onto Arena account number 2. And once
It's
again,
almost like he went to go get a drink and came back halfway through the game at this point.
that might be the game-changing difference. Grabbing a little bit of sugar, getting that adrenaline up, getting that energy that you need to succeed, to be good. Doing a good job running away from this situation because Becky Noah is trying to mech up and stomp on the competition. Hunter here into this build battle. This is a not a fun situation to be in. 3 people, 1v1v1. When it comes to trying to evict your roommates, you have to do what you can, and Hunter's trying to do what they can, putting down these walls, pushing down these bricks. They're the big bad wolf trying to invade into their space, but Broski doing a great job just keeping themselves safe and trying to force Hunter's confidence here. Opens up the window, and they only receive a bunch of wind of bullets into their face.
Shotty to the body. Hunter continuing to put numbers on the board. Looking good going into our final round. Definitely wants to make that top 10. He's looking good. He's going to make a lot more money than he usually does at this tournament today.
Yeah, Hunter really playing extremely confident. That's been the word that we need to know. That'd be good running around the medbus saying, you can't find me, you can't see me, where am I going? You don't even got the John Cena skin on and you can't see me. Becky Noah going for their shots, missing 2. Opens up the top and they are going to trade. But that'd be good coming out on top on that exchange. Pops that small shield. That's the last one they get that they got. Becky Noah also not looking great in the resource management department in every which way. But they're working their way up and trying to see where they're going. Sees that freshly put down wall and says, goodbye, Dabby. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Zafu, though, in the trees, waiting. Dobby Good not having any much of anything right now. It's looking like sitting duck. Zafu needs to take advantage here. But he refuses.
I just wanted that to just simmer for a little bit.
He hates confrontation.
Zafu needs to take advantage of this situation.
And Meki is going to take advantage of the situation for him. Zafu, though, going to land the shots and get Meki. So, little bit of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena there.
Yeah, great work there, Zafu. Just waiting for the third
Could've got
party.
2,
Could have gotten
honestly.
2.
Yeah.
Could have gotten 2. I 100%.
Especially all that time he spent outside, probably needed to.
And they also got a shot on them as well, so they knew they had no shield, so they could have taken that opportunity and breaking through, but they said, hey, 1's good enough for me. I was all the way out.
He spent a lot of time in the storm. Maybe he was not trying to spend anymore.
Yeah, or
a very weird circle here, pretty eclipsed down the middle, but is gonna open up around the meadows here.
And no one really going for the Sky Islands. You're seeing Aaron at Cow did grab that medallion. What it does, you're able to pop any sort of shields, heals, and it will put a shield bubble on top of you while you're shielding. So it's actually, in my opinion, not too bad.
We love shield bubbles.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty nice medallion, but all the work you have to do to grab it, I feel like risk versus reward. It's better to just go in those vaults and take down those bosses.
Laser beams on that shark, man.
When are we going to be able to ride on top of, oh, well, I get the whole hitbox issue, I guess. I was going to say on those gliders, but yeah, that's pretty cool looking glider.
I don't think they'll ever put out the Austin Power skins, but Beyonce.
Was that a thing?
Beyonce, where you at? I don't know. That was a shark with a freaking laser beam, so I don't know.
That is true. I totally lost that reference, but what isn't getting lost are the bullets going on to Tan Man, and they are surviving.
Yeah, 4 health and a dream, but here comes the storm. Is the storm going to take him out? Or will they make it? He's going to go head first into the storm. It's a twister. It's a twister. Keith Tower is going to take the victory there. He's going to be looking like, bro, seriously?
Why did you run back into the storm? No.
Sometimes you don't keep your eye on the map here.
You're so right. And we're going to be seeing Swayze go down to Kazu, TTV, TTK. We're going to be seeing now Kazu on the right side here, 2 eliminations, dropping down. I don't know what the mentality was there.
To kill.
I was thinking that same thing.
Yeah, it took a while to kill there.
Kazu working their way up, going to be able to at least pop that big shield, get themselves full health up, but Dinkus is going to get stomped on by the Cow. Rex versus Cow, we know who is now alive right now. The Cow will move on to live another day.
2025, get rolled, dinosaurs.
And now Kazu taking a little bit of damage. Aaron at Cow, though, they saw their score on the leaderboard and said, you know what, I need to do something in this round, and I'm trying.
And he's lived very late into this round, which will definitely help him. Lots of kills as well on the way for him. He's killed some of the top competitors today. He's going to have to kill the rest of them in order to get some more money here.
I mean, as long as they don't run into an in-and-out, you're good. I mean, honestly, they'll be able to survive at least a few more
His
circles.
one weakness, In-N-Out Burger.
Or Mario Kart World Burger. But Keith Tower's going to be able to tower above Hunter and put out some damage using that pickaxe, breaking through those builds.
This
Sees
is a
the
hard fight for
walls.
Hunter. Keith has a lot of heals, and Hunter's looking low.
Keith actually having one of the best 1v1 fights we've
And
seen of
grabs
this
his
entire
chug,
night.
steals his chug. This guy is the chug master.
Beautiful work by Keith Towers, finally clutching up and showing up and doing work. We're going to be seeing them putting out even more damage onto these builds. Great job trying to find even more eliminations. We've seen them get eliminated time and time again, not having great placements, but now all of these underdogs, nope, there's no Baka,
Yeah.
so they have nothing to fear.
I mean, I just logged in and realized, yeah, no more Baka in this top 10 situation. So given the tournament, not giving the tournament away because he probably has done enough here, but given second place a possible
Given a new
run
life
here.
to this tournament, being able to see Baka's name go down on the leaderboard and just say, hey, you know, whoever we run into
Technically,
now,
he only won 2 rounds.
I mean, technically, I guess you could say he's not 137 points. He
Yeah.
only won 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter now.
Eat-
What
eat
really
the
matters. Oh, no. Quantize is going to now try and find some picks here. Still at 0 eliminations. You know they clutch up. We've seen it. Will he be able to do it again? I'm looking for it. Kazu at 2 eliminations there in the top right corner. But we currently now are just waiting for that circle to shrink, get smaller, and going into this 8th storm, we have 11
Zafu.
competitors left.
Yeah, Zafu, Kazu, Moon really close to him. Keith Towers taking some shots out of the build. Aaron Cow with a fully loaded health bar here. Sean back into turtle mode. Wants to get into the river here as this storm starts to go south. Straight into the river. It's gonna be a good old-fashioned bang out. And Moon barely surviving Kazu and Zafu.
Top 10 situation. This is the final round of the night, so these competitors are really trying to scrape by and work their way up the leaderboard. Remember, if you lose here, you're going down, just like Keith Towers is
And I'll tell you what,
crumbling.
Keith Towers had a lot of heals. Those players, Quantize goes down.
No!
Our winner of our last one, he's in second place. That could have adverse effects on his final points. 21 Moon goes down. I don't know who's getting any of these kills. Aaron and the cow.
got that elimination. Oh my goodness, they are doing work in this final round.
Yeah.
We currently now have a top 7 situation. 3 people just getting trimmed up with that circle moving. Now we're
Zafu
just
and
waiting.
Kazu said these names are cool together. Let's hang out in the same building.
Hey, you got the rhymes together. Maybe they're just saying, hey, you know what? Don't use your mats, use mine, and we'll try and get through the situation together. But Zafu is currently going to get shredded by this 5-tick storm, and
Yeah,
they're
but
going to
they
jump
find
right
each
in.
other, and Zafu becomes the victor. I believe he's going to get a lot of heals from that, and he's been in the storm a majority of this game. So you got to think, but now with the amount of movement here, with this, he's not.
No! Aaron at Cow had the mindset, had the right idea, but they're going to get turned into ground beef.
Yeah.
Waynada is now jumping
And
down.
Zafu as well.
Sean is going to take them down.
Sean does such a great job of just standing his ground there as Juby zooms through the bottom of this part of the map. I feel like Juby and Nada really want to get to the top here, but Mystic holding it steady.
Yeah, Mystic doing the Baka strat in these final few circles. Just said, hey, I'm going to build up, try and trip down, force all of these mats to come out, and try and get these competitors to run out of resources because everyone except Mystic looking a little bit rough in this top 4 situation.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to jump down across the way into
Oh.
another build that's already there, puts down some walls. They don't take any damage. Waynada going to get eliminated by Juby.
Sean hitting the high ground real quick just for a moment, trying to get some shots down on Mystic, and Juby chilling. Doesn't want to put his position out there. Mystic really looking for the low ground. When they go high, we go low, Pidgey.
That is the way to do it, as we currently now have a top 3 fight, 1v1v1. Who will take the last Victory Royale crown of the night? None of these competitors have gotten one, so we're going to be seeing a first-time Victory Royale.
Dead men tell no tales.
Where is that Pirates
There
of the
it is,
Caribbean skin?
Mystic.
Oh! Juby just sneaks around the corner and grabs the final elimination of the night.
That player. We're
Let's
going to have to give
go.
him his money off-site. He's going to need to wire it into the bank account.
We'll sell you right after. Don't worry. Just kidding. But we are going to be seeing a great performance by Juby. Just said, heard the shots coming out, peeked around the corner and said, hey, you know Dead by Daylight? Just like it. Boom. Shutting down
knocked
the
out his
survivors.
daylights.
Exactly. And being able to grab the final Victory Royale crown of the night. Absolute crazy work. Great to see that a lot of these competitors who don't get in this top 3 situation were able to be there and really duke it out and tried their best. And honestly, I think Mystic just made the mistake by dropping down and not keeping that high ground going, unfortunately. Tried to have to shield themselves up with those small shields. But still, what a performance tonight from these competitors.
Just absolute cinema, if you ask me. Just a fun watch that anybody could come down and have that experience is wild to me. Remember, all you got to do to have fun like these guys back here is head on over to HyperX Arena Las
The
Vegas.
only thing you got to do.
You could go to Allied Esports. You could follow the YouTube. You can hang out with us every
We are
week.
multi-streaming now, so we're on YouTube and Twitch, twitch.tv/Allied Esports, Allied Esports on YouTube. We are streaming on both sites now, which is amazing, and that's great. So hopefully we'll be able to see this VOD right after uploaded,
Hi, chat.
right when we get done. I know we haven't paid attention. Yeah, we haven't paid attention to chat a lot, but we do also always have to shout out Valor and Esports. They came up to show up and do what they do best, and really to see one of them grab that final Victory Royale crown, great to see it. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of them in that top 10 situation.
Absolutely, yeah. They look practiced. They look like they've been out there. They don't seem to have any rust on them, but, I mean, we have to talk about it. The return of the king. Let's look at those scores. Baka, the return of the king. Baka dropping a I love you 1-4-3 onto the board. Giving his shout outs to HyperX along the way. Quantize dropping the 106. Nothing to shake a tail feather at. If Baka slipped down and couldn't play for 1 week, I know Quantize would be right there. He's looking practice. He's looking nice. And our Valhallan entrant bringing in that 3rd bronze medal with the 95 points. Hunt Dog having the tournament of his career, if you ask me, ending up in that 4th place. Mystic, who was living to those long Herculean percents into that final top 10s, sitting with 81. Zafu just missing the mark and still getting money at this tournament today, in my opinion. Big shouts to Zafu and everything that he does. Sanzin, a huge shout out to Sanzin for rocking the bright yellow Sabrina Carpenter.
Gotta shout it out. I can't believe they're only at 9th. That's crazy.
And killing Baka in the process. Just an amazing showing for them. KazuX, who has getting better and better and better every week, comes out and shuts down the competition, gets himself a whole video game.
Wavy being the one, the only, holding it down.
Moon
by
X
1
finishing
point.
11th, bro.
1 point.
I'm going to have to start paying out Moon X because finishing 11th is just...
I got one crisp handshake for you, Moon X.
Hey.
That's all I got.
Crazy.
But yeah, that's crazy. 59, 59, 57, 57, so close.
So close.
Aaron at Cow taking that final round and doing their best to survive, put it forward.
His whole tournament should be studied, and he's only in 14th.
Yeah, it is brutal, a brutal ending. But remember, we'll have more of these tournaments coming up soon. Look up the HyperX Arena Las Vegas website. Know when the next tournament, we're updating it momentarily, and we're going to be updating it consistently going forward. Tomorrow, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, get your hand in there. It's a fun tournament, great community, great people. Me and Logan are going to be commentating that one. And then Marvel Rivals on Sunday.
Marvel.
Remember, it's not just going to be 6 people show up in a team.
Spider-Man.
It's going to actually, you're going to get mixed and matched with great players, some lesser great players. Whatever skill level you are, you're going to have a great time. It was only positive reviews across the board with how we did that, and it was a lot of fun. I'm excited to do that again this weekend, so that's going to be a great
Mad
event.
Genius Robbie getting his hands on any tournament is going to be a fun time. So big shout out to everybody that came out to this. Mom, Dad, thank you for bringing out the kids.
The big MVPs.
We appreciate you guys. Remember, we got food and drink for you guys while you're waiting. We totally understand. But your kids did great this week. I must say, everybody's looking very practiced.
I had no complaints on what people were doing, the strategies, what they did, their builds looking good, their confidence looking good. I want to see it again when
Yeah.
we come back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if y'all running away again, I'm not going to be happy with you again.
Yeah, and if you guys think you can do better, please pull up to the HyperX
Do it.
Arena
You won't.
inside the Luxor. I've been No Meta Nick. This
Who
is
you been?
Riding Your Groot. Is that what we're gonna call you for next week? For
No,
Sunday?
I'll be like Rocket Raccoon,
Yeah,
right? We got to find the
exactly.
bird.
This is Riding My Pidgey. You can check him out on Twitch. You can check me out on Twitch. We'll see you guys next time for Fortnite Frags. Pull up.